Hey everyone, Rushlock here, and we're going to our next episode of Alpha to Omega. We are starting today at 1.6 billion. We have less than 900 mil to go to achieve our goal, and we've had a couple of big days back to back recently. The first one was a bit of a fluke. Yesterday was definitely because of our double dipping both before and after downtime. So we're going to hop on there and see if we can get good on this front again. If we had 2 amazing or even 3 decent runs in a row, we would be finished with our challenge. But we'll see how it plays out here shortly. Let me post here. Post that for Discord while we get running around here. Let's get into KB7 for our first jump into null.
Warp drive active.
Too much. Alright. A message to respond to real quick. Let's see. KB7 has 2 SIGs in it. I believe they're both old at a glance. This is why we use Tripwire to confirm. Oh, I'm on the wrong character. Let's get to Harry here. KB7 there. SIGs there. There we go. Yep, confirm both are old. Nobody's in local. Let's get into BW. Hey, Ganja. Thank you very much for the lurk. Hope you're doing well. See, on this jump, we can probably go and grab some more water. I slept in a bit today. I wouldn't say overslept. My alarm goes off at 5, but I woke up at 4. I've been waking up at 3 lately, so when I saw it was 4 o'clock, I was like, oof. If I want to get an early start, I better get moving. So, an hour and 10 minutes ago, I was still in bed. Got up, got ready, drove across the county. And here we are. YDX is a new SIG. We're going to ignore the others. Let's go here.
Warp drive active.
Let's go that direction. Shad, happy Thursday. I think it's Thursday. If it isn't, I've lost all perspective. It's Thursday. Yeah, we're good. Ganja doing work break and are supposed to go back. Now, gotcha, Ganja. Well, thank you for joining us while you could. I do appreciate it and the lurk. That timing. Let's get here. Hey, human. Happy almost Friday. Locked and loaded. Thank Pop says human. The last not Friday of the week. Oh yeah, I was able to respond to your message on Discord, human. Well done. I saw it like 20 minutes ago. I'd forgotten all about it too. The workout yesterday. Oh my god, human. It was good cardio. Like the rep counts. I'm like, okay, this is manageable. Like, I can do this. It's fine. Got 5 out of 6 rounds done. I thought I was finished. I did round 5. And I thought we were done. Then my partner did another round. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And I'm like, oh shit, we got another round to do. I'm fucked. All that 19 minutes is rough. Oh man, absolutely. And so there were variations of the workout. There was an easier version, but the easier version was only like the wall ball being 6 pounds lighter, same rep count, and the deadlift would have been like 80 pounds lighter. But deadlifts don't bother me. Like my deadlift max is over 400 pounds, so I didn't see much value in dropping the weights on its. And a few pounds on the wall ball, right? When I'm physically capable of doing the harder version of the workouts, so. Man.
Drive active.
Like, and it was not a difficult workout based on strength. It was definitely a rough workout based on cardio and endurance and get me out of this train wreck. And the main coach lady had been, it's already been cherry picked. Disgusting. Had already commented like, yeah, people haven't been finishing this workout today. They've been hitting the 20-minute time cap. There was a 20-minute like finish line on that workout, and she said we've done this workout a few months ago on a Saturday, and people were getting like 14 minutes and 15 minutes. So I don't know why this one's been harder today. And I'm looking at the math. It's 12 rounds total. 6 for each partner, and under 20 minutes. That's less than 2 minutes a round. Like, that's ambitious. So I have a suspicion some number had to be different, like a rep count number or a round count number. Something had to be different, in my opinion. So we found the magnate that's cherry picking. Disgusting. All these SIGs are new, by the way. And one of these nerds is a magnate. Cherry picking sites. But hopefully that means that the previous one will be here after downtime. Whoa. Slow down then, in fact. Let's go and get these scans. We'll see what the magnate does. Little points in going for the easy... Yeah. If it was dramatically different, then I would see value in it, but... And then another workout this week was the... Oh yeah, there's a good example. So, the one before, so day before yesterday... was a 14-calorie row and then a snatch from the ground. And then 14-calorie row and then 2 snatches and rinse and repeat. But the weight difference between the two on the snatch was sizable. And I could have done a couple of snatches at the heavier weight, but I wasn't going to be able to stack them up as well. And I wanted to do more rounds. I wanted to stay active. So going to the lower weight on the snatch made more sense for that one. Ooh, somebody finished a sight. That's not very good. Not good for the wanting to set up the cherry pick. Well, not the cherry pick, but the double dip. Like, the magnate and local is going to get priority on these, but I would prefer they didn't finish the site so that our bookmarks would be valid through downtime. But yeah, that's what's been going on Jim's side. I picked up Durin yesterday, and they had a funny story. So I walk in, and of the 2 main ladies that run that room, the bad cop was there. And she's a nice lady. She's just, the other lady's just all smiles and Mary Poppins and bubbles and snowflakes and cotton candy, just that type of personality. And this lady's nice. She's the one that's capable of saying, no, stop that, put that down, kind of stuff like that. I come in, she's like, so Durin usually likes to, play by himself and do his own thing, and he'll play with 2 or 3 other kids that are these kids specifically he'll play with, he's familiar with and comfortable with. I'm sort of listening in my head gee, I don't know where he got this from. But I'm listening, she was like, and then today, because he's not very affectionate with the staff. A lot of kids need a lot of attention and the affirmation and the hugs and just get through the day kind of thing, and Durin isn't as needy that way. And she goes, today he came running over, arms wide out, and need a hug, and went back to what he was doing. But it was just funny because he, whenever I pick him up, he'll talk all day long at school, and he'll talk all afternoon and evening with me, no problem. But if I'm picking him up from school, he acts like he don't know anybody. He acts like, it's just time to go, Dad. He won't say goodbye to anybody. He might, 1 day out of 10, he'll wave. He'll wave goodbye. And one time ever, I got him to say, can you say bye, Miss So-and-so, and bye, Miss So-and-so? And he said their names, and they're like, oh, because he hadn't said it before in front of them. And, so it was just funny hearing the story yesterday of him being like, oh, it's hug time. I was like, Dad, such a toad. Not by any intention. I don't know what. He hasn't seen me in any social interactions, right? If he's with me, it's either out in public and we're just doing something, or we're at home and it's just me and him anyway. So I don't know where he's picked it up from. We're gonna punch to level 4 site at range because I just want to see if I can spook the magnate off the site. I doubt that I can, but if we can let the magnate know that there's someone else out here, we don't know what their reaction will be. Sometimes it'll surprise you that somebody else will punk out or get scared or get nervous or whatever, and be like, oh no, I'm too scared to run these sites now, and I'm gonna fly away. So we found the magnate pilot. See what they're up to. I would love to go punch that level 1 and grab the ruin before he can do anything else about it. He doesn't seem to even be reacting. Maybe he doesn't want to give up the hack? I don't know, there's a line there. He's still hacking. He stopped the hack.
Warp drive active.
And he's warping off. No, I'm warping off. I thought I stopped my warp. What in the hell happened here? I didn't want to warp to 0 at that site. Uh-oh. What have I done? Both sites are in D-scan of each other. Very weird. Let me grab the ruin here. Maybe that'll discourage him from running this site? Can't hurt. Yeah, Shad, more like that. Yeah, exactly. I have a superior option now available to me. All you folks can now go away. Oh, man. Alright, kill the prop. And then yesterday, he wanted to go down a different hallway, like away from the exit. And he kept saying, sheep, sheep. And so there must be like a stuffed sheep or something down there. And I go down, take him down there, and sure enough, there's a wall hanging. Like wall art, and it's a lamb. And I'm like, yeah, maybe that's a sheep, good job. But for whatever reason, he must have seen, like, he definitely sees it coming in and out from going outside. But, like, when there's recess and stuff. He was just determined we had to go stop and say hi to the sheep on the way out. Said, no problem. That's the thing, like, he won't talk in the classroom, but as soon as I shut that door that we're leaving, he'll start talking. He'll be like giraffe and zebra and all the animals that there are like stuffed animals for, or you know, the wall art for, or whatever. All of a sudden, it becomes very, very interesting. Ooh boy, that's not the core. All right, that needs to go away. Got a tool. Got a tool. Use a wrench. That needs to go away. I'm gonna use that here. Try the can again. The Shilbert, yeah, it's a Shilbert. He's never seen a Shilbert though. Let's go here. 2-1. Oh fudge. Alright, grab that. Nope. Nope. Oh, nope. I don't want to blow up the first ruin of the day, but they're not giving me much choice here. 3. 2. Oh boy. Alright, so I don't think I can get through any of it. Oh, now there's a suppression. No, yeah, we're definitely done. This can's dead. We blew up the can. We're going to punch back to the level 4 at range. Just see if we can spook the magnate off. Problem is this site doesn't look picked anymore, so I think they're going to try and run it. Shouted you. Or should I? Oh, wow. Wow. He's only finished 1 can, by the way. No, he's got 2 cans. Alright. And he knows to go after the ruins first. This is a person of culture, I see. They're just hanging out, though. Well, I guess they're near that remain. Yeah. This time he want to warp off. Interesting. Let's go punch in on the ruins and see what happens here. Maybe we can make it too hot for him. Like, we're not losing anything. Worst case scenario is here, we die to something that we don't foresee as a threat yet, and we just go reship before downtime. Like, there's not much cause for concern here. This is the best case scenario. They've warped up and surrendered their site. They've gotten 2 of the ruins. Maybe they got paid. We don't know. So maybe they don't see an investment here anymore. No. L4s are Omega only. Yeah, I got a question in the help channel for once. They were asking if there were alpha available level 4 distribution missions, and I happen to know the quick answer on that one. 2-1. 2-1. Okay, 5 means nothing else over there. I don't like that. Let's see if we can skirt around there. Oh god, there's 2 of them. 3. Okay, alright. I see where this is going. Use that here, use that here. I've gotten some weird invitation. Really? What's this nerd doing? He just landed. Not burning in. And part of me wants to blow up the can just to do it. There's a tool. Time for us to go. Blow up the can on the way out just to spite you. See ya. Oh, that felt good. That was a good time. He wanted to see what we would do. We're playing games of chicken back and forth. Now we're playing the Spike game. Alright, EY is going to get into TU. Let's go there. Hey, Moon Ninja.
Warp drive active.
Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Let's put 2 of these over in Tripwire. The LKR already despawned. We've bookmarked both relic sites, so. But Moon Ninja, what are you up to today? What are you working on? I need to find more time for Marvel Midnight Suns. And I think the only time I'm going to get to play that game in the future is after gym time, before I go pick up Durin, which is fine. I can get a battle or 2 done in that window of time. I'll probably go ahead and record it and then bank it in case it ever gets requested again for content. Let's go there. No SIG. Let's go to Y9. Playing some of the Ghost. What do you think of that, Moon Ninja? What's your opinion on Ghostbusters so far? Let's see what this is. And Warhammer 3 yet. Let's go there and go here. Cadron Human is also very tricky in that, like, the Lord bonuses push you towards Slayers, but if you don't have a proper front line, like, the Slayers just get chewed up and spit out, and it's almost like you want 2 to 4 Slayers at most, and just using them as flank units. That your warriors have to hold the front line. And then maybe you use, like, fewer Quarrelers, like maybe 4 at most, where most Dwarf armies I'd have, like, between 6 and 8. Wormhole? No thank you. But Cadron's definitely more of a melee focused bonuses for the Lord, it seems, and then that does not lend itself to kind of like the meta of the game. You thoroughly enjoyed it? That's awesome. So are you on your first playthrough? Like, I don't know the genre of the game. I don't know the style of it, so I don't know if it's meant to be sit down, play through the story, and put it away, or if it's a different genre of game that you're meant to replay through. Oh, it's a multiplayer. So is it kind of like a Left 4 Dead type style, or we're just queuing up in the lobbies maybe, and everyone picks their Ghostbuster and goes? Or maybe more like, what's that dwarf game? Deep Rock Galactic. And Q's getting points in. Hello and welcome, and thank you for doing so. Let's get into BW. Let's go here. Got 2 wormholes, we're good. Alright, cool. Pull the probes in. There's a short solo story to it. It's 4 busters versus 1 ghost. Okay. It's more of that like Payday, or Deep Rock Galactic style maybe. Remy Main for the 17th time, getting points in for the LSI. Remy Main, thank you very much. If anyone hasn't done so or doesn't know about it, down below chat there's a red button that says Get Good. Click it. That will open up your channel point menu, and from there you can put points in for a large skill injector giveaway.
Warp drive active.
Up to 2,000 points per stream. Let's go here. Alright, LCT is a new SIG to me, really? Okay. There's Nerd and Local, though. What does this person do, typically? The site is off DScan. There was nobody in Local when we came through before. They lose Asteros. They are a professional loser of Asteros. They've lost 1, 2, 3 this month. They lost 1, 2, 3 last month. Holy crap. Let's see. Let's get into... Man, what a day not to be on my Astero. Get into XHQ. That is likely a good site to run. Maybe they'll pick it. Maybe we'll see it before downtime. I don't know. I'll have to hope it's still there after downtime. I haven't even looked at the workout today. I hear them in there dropping weights, so... There'll be something going on. Oh, they're doing power cleans. Okay. 6 sets of 2 power cleans, increasing each round. And then the workout itself is 3 rounds of 10 sandbag cleans, 20 alternating dumbbell snatches, 30 box step-ups, and then a 40-second plank hold. Rest for 50 seconds. And then do 2 more rounds of that. Let's see. SIGs are 1 new, 1 old. This nerd is always in system. I have no idea what they do or what they don't do. I guess today's the day we Z-kill them and find out. Let's go here. Let's go here. Alright. So, I want to check the Maple guy in local. This nerd has never killed anything. That is good to know. I wish I would have Z-killed this guy before. Has never killed anything ever. I've skipped this local so many times because this guy was here. And I was just dumb and never Z-killed him. So there's a good example of always checking Z-kill, punching the character name in. It's zkillboard.com, by the way. If anyone's ever used it before. As I cannot tell you how many times I've skipped this local because it was occupied. Alright, XHQ is going to get into G. Let's go run this pocket. We still have 20 minutes till downtime. 23, at least. English Knights over on Discord. There we go. Max says, which ship do you use for exploration? If I'm on my main, I'm currently using the Astero, because I want options to push off other explorers. If I were in friendly space, I would use the T2 covert ops ships. And if I'm new and beginning and kind of getting established in exploration, I would use the T1 Heron. SIGs and local. Both new, all the old is gone. We're going to at least bookmark these if they're anything relic-based. Too many people in local for me to run a site, but get some intel at least. And Max, if you have any other questions, do not hesitate to ask. That's why we're here. You're very welcome. Wait for the scan to go through. We've got a wormhole there. Red ring results, so you collapse your probes by 1 factor and go to the far side. Click going on over there. We have an Imicus Navy issue on D-scan, so somebody's out here scanning and hacking themselves as well. If this came back as a relic, we would finish scanning it just so we can bookmark it on the off chance that it was here after downtime. Neither site here is of any value, so that's probably a Navy Imicus from the wormhole, if I had to guess. Both these are in tripwire now, so we can put them on ignore. And away we go. Hey, Miso. Good morning, day and night. Don't know what time it is for you. It is 5:30 a.m. I've been awake for 90 minutes. In that time, I got up, got ready, drove across town to get to here to work, and here we are. But glad you could join us again today, Miso. Hope you're doing well. More nerds in local. 1 signature. Tripwire says you can do it. There we go. Alright. Let's get over this way. Probes out.
Warp drive active.
Nothing interesting on D-scan. There was like a mobile tractor unit, I think, before. I don't know if somebody's ratting or what. Go from 4 to 1, because we're going from sphere to single dot. Get the scan started there. That part is good. There it is. Relic site confirmed. Now, we're not hauling any loot. So, a case could be made that it would be worth us running this site, or attempting this site. Because what is our worst case scenario? That we blow up, and we wake up in Rennes, and we grab another ship and burn down before downtime? Like, You know, we could live with that. So let's get it bookmarked. There's no one... Well, let's watch punching at range, I guess, just to be somewhat responsible and cautious. We can't see beyond 14.3 AU on the D-scan, so we're going to get in a little bit closer. Now we've confirmed that no one is actively on the site. Now, somebody could be cloaked up on the site. That is certainly a possibility, so we're going to check Zkill. And it says, this nerd just loses ships. This nerd... mostly loses ships. He killed an MTU belonging to the other nerd in local. That's weird. They're trolling each other or something, I don't know. And Anthema, they killed back in September. It's interesting. Let's go here. And then this nerd killed the same MTU 2 days ago. They kill other things, but they don't seem to be killing explorers. So, anything is possible. We're going to go in and check these ruins out. Kind of want to go this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to burn away from the sites, about 35 kilometers, turning on the prop mod. So it should be a little more than a cycle. And if we can get 150 kilometers away from a can, we can then warp straight to the can. Human. Alright, kill the prop. Pull the range. There we go. Now we can warp to.
Warp drive active.
And I believe this was faster than trying to burn in, so... Yeah, Max, right? Warp into sites at range. If they're outside your D-scan range, there's people in local. And then you can burn in the rest of the way. Now, I gotta remember, like, as soon as we start the hack, somebody could decloak right now and get on us. It's 1000% possible, but we aren't risking anything, right? Like, they decloak and kill us, we don't care. We've lost... Well, our loss is the time it takes to refit and then get back out here. That would be our actual loss. Which, you know, is annoying. It's inconvenient or whatever, but for the amount of ISK we're pulling in per run, like, who cares? It's worth in a good exchange in terms of cost of doing business. That's not good. So let's try this side. Oh boy. Oh boy. Can I get to that one? Yeah. Okay, game. I see how it's going to be. I see what we're doing here. There's something back this way. Definitely grab that wrench. Found the core. I think we're good to go. Can try to be difficult. We get nothing from it. First ruin had crap. Let's go here. Grab the second ruin. We've already got bookmarked, so... D-scan comes back clear. Doesn't seem like anybody's hunting this one. Yes, exactly. Thank you, human. Max, if you've not seen that playlist before, I've got a bunch of those little tips and tricks that I didn't invent. I got them from other people, and then I put them into a centralized location for others to benefit from as well. So bookmark that. Watch it later at your convenience. It'll be like night and day change for exploration for you. Grab the wrench. 3, 2, 1. There's a core. One click away. Easy game, easy life. More junk in the can. We could go ahead and run the remains. It seems pretty certain that nobody in local is hunting us. Bookmarked and we'll check it out. Very good, Max. Yeah, a bunch of little nuanced things that they don't teach you in-game. But once you learn them, it just changes exploration forever for you. Let's grab the core. Oh, the core. Sorry, I meant grab the tool. Nope, not going that way. So you want to ignore traps as long as possible, but that restoration and the suppression nodes are the exception to the rule. Man, this can't have stopped us, and I have to use a tool. Go through a trap, find another trap, of course. Grab another tool. 3, 2, 1. Wrench, consume, use tool here. Core should be there, easy. Do we get paid? Nope. This can has been very unremarkable, or the site has been very unremarkable so far. Do you bookmark sites you find in every system so you know where is a site of value next time you visit? No, Miso. So, when I finish this site and it despawns, it doesn't respawn back in this local again. The reason I'm bookmarking is because I'm playing right before downtime. Now, when I leave the site uncompleted, meaning I'm not going to hack the rubble, I'm not going to touch that can. After downtime, this site is going to refill all its loot cans with new loot. Not the same loot, but new loot rolls. And so I get to run the site a second time to try and get good. And that is the value of being able to be on at this time of day. So when a site despawns, after being completed, it goes into kind of like a holding bag or whatever, and just waits about 5 minutes before respawning. And it respawns not in the same system, but in a system, I believe, of similar security status, meaning null to null, and same rat type, meaning Sancha to Sancha. So when this site despawns and waits 5 minutes and respawns somewhere else, it can respawn anywhere in this region, or of 4 other regions that have the same nullsec and Sancha rat type. Now the part that's been confirmed, like that whole thing spiel right there was my theory. The confirmed part that's been tested is that when a site despawns, it does not respawn or does not have to respawn in the same region. That part's been tested. Oh, this site was garbage. It's already been bookmarked. OYNR, let's go there. We've got 13 minutes, I can at least bookmark this pocket. Even if you open all cans, it will be there. No, Max. You have to leave at least one can unopened. At least one. Yep, leave one can. Now remember, that's called cherry picking by a lot of people. And they'll get very upset by it. So you do this mostly in space that you're not friendly to anyway. Hey, Helter, good morning. Because if you're not in friendly space, why would you care what the people that live there think, right? You're there to steal stuff anyway. Now, if you're in blue space, ideally, they wouldn't have an issue with you prepping sites for downtime either. But nerds are stupid. You have to remember that. People are fine. Wait, what is it? A person. A person is fine. I can teach a person, I can teach Max how prepping sites for downtime works. And Max will go, okay, cool, that makes sense. People, when you're dealing with them in plurality, are dumb. Panicky animals. And all they're going to see is, oh my god, you're cherry picking. I'm so angry. Like, well, doing it your way is, you know, dumb. So we're going to do it the smart way. And get good. But ultimately, if you're in friendly space, you have to follow the local rules. Whether they make sense or not. You like that, Demented? We have the command for it. MIB. Yep. That's like a general life guide to people. Applicable in many ways. Let's go here. Yeah, I can understand why cherry picking is annoying. Yeah, so somebody is in friendly space in the middle of the day, you know, not near downtime, and you scan down to sites and you land on it and the site's already picked. I just warp off and move on to the next site. But unfortunately, the majority of people apparently, I don't know if they're majority or not. I assume they're majority because they make more noise, which is usually a bad way of quantifying it, but for the sake of argument, let's just assume for the moment that they are the majority. They will feel bad. Oh no, I scanned on this site and I don't get anything? Oh, I'm so busted up, like, just don't be shit. If you weren't so fucking slow at scanning, 1, you'd have been here sooner, and 2, you wouldn't perceive such a loss of your time. Like, the only reason that you scanning down that site was valuable time was because you're slow. So just don't be slow. But that is too much for a lot of people. And so they'll just get upset. Because getting upset is way easier than getting better, right? It takes way less effort to get mad than to get good. And then when you really deep dive into that mentality, you start realizing, like, this person thinks that I should spend more of my time finishing the site that has no value to make their time gain value. Like, how selfish is that? But they can't perceive that selfishness, because that isn't where it's coming from for them. Or they're not consciously aware of it, right? They don't realize they're being selfish and shitty. Let's go here. And then go there. Cool. Let's go to 1 AU. Bring that one down. Two SIGs and nobody in local and no information on these SIGs. The first one's a combat, unfortunately. Let's go back to 4. And we're going to go off of... that's not even a Celestial over, that's just my bookmark. It is highly unlikely this site is anything of use or value to us, but just in case. What could happen is this site could jump dramatically toward the center of the system. I don't think that'll happen because our first scan was much more in that direction. We didn't get a hit, but... there's a chance. We got a hit there. I'm going to go from 8 to 2. Typically I can pull that off, but I don't see this gravitating towards any Celestials, so this is going to be like a wormhole, I presume? Maybe a high-level data site? But I think it'll most likely be a wormhole. And because I say that, it'll end up being a data site just to spite me, but... and if it is a data site, it'll be like a sleeper site. It won't be a basic. I'm mostly scanning this down out of curiosity, and I shouldn't be. I should use the last 8 minutes before downtime to clear the next 2 systems and maximize my earnings, but when you do enough scanning and hacking, the greed will fall off, and you'll start just wanting, you know, knowledge and information, and having this SIG scanned and identified for later reference will likely mean nothing. But my own curiosity will be sated at least. This has to be a wormhole. Though the way it's scanning down, I'm thinking it might be more of a high-level data site. Let's see. Yeah, so I was asking, how much do you need for a level 5 data site? And then the game, yep, there it is. Oh, it's level 4. That's definitely a sleeper site. Let's go to K1 DNR.
Warp drive active.
Let me go... boy. Oh, boy. I want to answer their question. There we go. More than 72 is all I can confirm. Okay. Make sure both of this gets in tripwire, and it did. Alright, very good. Another empty local with a couple of SIGs. Let's see what tripwire has for us. Tripwire says it's both a day old, so we can ignore them immediately. Let's go into DNR and click, click, click. Miso asks, do you use the spots you have bookmarked to warp to while scanning? Yes. Or are they specific places? Yeah, they're just places I hang out, so I'm not sitting on a gate or a belt or a planet or anything like that. There's bookmarks I've made while in warp like this, and I go perch on them while scanning. Over 100 human, wow. For some reason, that doesn't sound right, because I frequently run... well, you know what? I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you what my probe strength is on Neutrid right now. I have no idea. And on the unhacked, yes, he did, human. And on this character, we scanned down a level 4 relic with 71, and we were able to confirm it and tag him on Discord. I'm like, hey, human, or hey, Uncle Online, you told me this like 2 years ago, and I finally had a chance to test it out myself and can confirm. You can indeed scan it down with a 71. You know, it's a pain in the ass, and it's a lot of clicks, but the important part is you can do it. We'll check this scan once, but it's so far off from the Celestials that this is likely already a dead SIG. I love to yeet in the null and then yoink the shit and getting back out, Helter. That's the trick though, right, is getting back. But if you can take a wormhole back, then you're good to go. Alright, it's moving towards Celestials a little bit. It's tempting me. And this is like the last system we're going to check before downtime anyways, so... takes a lot more work, obviously, yeah. And like, I won't say that it's harder. It's just more clicks, because you have to collapse and reposition more times at 0.25 and below with the manual collapse of the probes, so... it isn't even a bad thing, it's just time, basically. And for whatever reason, going from that 71 to 72 is that breakpoint for the level 4 basic sites, where it's like, alright, it'll take now 3 less clicks to nail this one down. I presume this will also be a high-level data site. Something that could be of value is scanning down the high-level data sites and then selling their locations to others. And you can't really sell it for a guaranteed payout, but what you can do is you can forward the information to people who run these types of sites, taking wormholes to get to them, and then on the flip side, they're very happy to get them.
Drive active.
We're going to see if I can make it all the way back to like KB7 and make a safe log off there. In my neck of the woods, we call that a pain in the ass. Yeah. Alright, got notifications. I think this is just notifications that I paid my insurance. Let's see. Yes, and cool. Had to do some adulting when I got to work today. It's always fun how much of adulting is basically just paying bills. But insurance is paid. What else do I have coming up? I just paid the phone bill. What's today? 16th? I don't have another bill due until I pay rent for the office and my gym fee. And rent. That's a big one. But I've already moved the money for that. So February and March are pretty smooth sailing. April is looking foobar. I don't know what to do about April. The current shill goal is rent on the house. And that $665 is what we've pulled in all month for February. And that is terrifying only because, for context reasons, it's like $200 or $300 behind normal pacing for a month. And you know, there's a lot going on in the world. Like,
Drive active.
2/3 of my audience is European based, and there's a war on, and cost for everything is rising, and it definitely has an impact on people's discretionary income. That's the biggest, I think, weakness to this industry. Or vulnerability, maybe is the right word. And I told the exact same thing to a guy running a comic shop like 15 years ago, and it was basically this, like, if things get lean or times get tough or economy has any kind of backslide, like, you're the first thing that gets cut because you're a luxury, you're entertainment, right? And it's the same thing, like, it's the same concept.
Warp drive active.
Now, one, blanket statement like that is more of like an in general type of thing. It isn't meant for individuals and things like that, but now my brain's doing things like, maybe I should come in and work Friday and Saturday night. See a different group of people. It's like ice fishing. You gotta make another hole in the ice and see if you run into people you haven't seen in a long time. Like, oh hey, Rush, how you been doing? Haven't been around in a while. Then boom, you get the shill. You have to cast a wider net. That's the turn of phrase, right? All right, so log off safely. For those who are not aware, this countdown timer, once it reaches all the way down to 0, will remove you from the game. So as long as you watch your D-scan here and don't see any combat probes, you're fine. By the way, there was a heron in this local when we first entered. Oof, I want to abort. I want to get probes out. I want to scan this down before downtime actually hits. Hey, Disco. Let's go here. Do that. I'm sure F&M would bring over Amir for one. I bet it would. Oh no! I bumped my desk and I'm sure the camera was rattling and a little dad sign fell off. I got a picture frame for Valentine's Day for little man. I've had this picture forever of him on my bookcases, but it's never been framed, so now I've got a frame for that to put it in. Apex Warrior, thank you very much for the follow. Do my probes not move? What are they doing? I changed to Wolf last night for my alts for doing level 2 missions. So much better than a cruiser. Because of the speed, I presume. Yeah, like traditional progression through mission levels is all based on assuming it's a new character progressing through skills. Once you can fly a Tech 2 version of a ship, like, it can perform roles of larger ships pretty significantly, especially with the that's the data site. The ass frigs, like the salt frigs, like, those things get tanky. Log off safely. There we go. We're going to still get the log off safely, and now we know this site is of no consequence to us. Yeah, exactly, human. Yep, it's so fast, can tank so much, exactly. And like, imagine doing offbeat things with that stuff like that. Like, imagine getting 3 of them together, Disco. Imagine you, me, and Human out with wolves, and like, we're gonna take a level 3 mission, let's go. Like, that's insane. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It won't be efficient, who cares? We're just gonna do it because it's fun. Imagine how gross and selfish it is to go do things for fun and Eve. I can't double dip this, can I? It hasn't disconnected me yet, but it's recognized that the time is flipped over. Let me claim my reward early. I'm going to close my launcher. We might as well do, like, the downtime shill, I would think. Maybe we'll hold the downtown shill for just a few more moments. Let's go here. We got that. That part is fine. There we go. Disco, it has highest resist against the rats damage, so it's ridiculous. What type of mission, what type of rat, Disco? The assault frig resist profile is very doable, do 3s and 4s, just takes longer. Yeah, exactly. I can fly a wolf, strangely enough, human, isn't that weird? I was grinding for R&D agent, and this is my indie alt. Why does your indie alt fly a wolf? So he has very limited ships he can fly. He can't fly Desis and only Mimitar frigates and cruisers. Huh. So did you just finish your industry training on that character and start giving it some basic combat training? Yeah, that's fair, human. Even the higher level frigate skills are relatively or comparatively lower skill trains. Were you here, human, during the Tim raid yesterday where I got to show off the chick kicks? Every once in a while, one of the Walmarts here will restock with, like... I'm trying to find a year on this thing. This is 2021. So it isn't that old. But it doesn't make any reference to, like, the Cars 2 or 3 movies. Okay, I have seen a lot of Cars movies, and I have never seen this pink, whatever it is, pink bunny car. I don't know what the heck that comes from. This is like one of like the Rusty's guys. It's not Fred. I was unfortunately, yeah, this is one of the things I was showing Tim yesterday. So yeah, it was on Walmart shelf for like $3. And Dern already has one. And I wanted one to set in my office as a Durin reminder. Miso getting points in for the LSI giveaway. Thank you, Miso. That's a great thing to shill during downtime. If anybody hasn't done so, down below chat, there's a red button that says Get Good. Click it. Open up your channel point menu. Get your points in for the LSI giveaway. Disco, I just noticed they had level 5 Mimitar frigate, so I trained the assault frigates. You just don't remember training the level 5 frig? Probably just ran out of indie skills at the time and just threw it in there. Is it an imposter car? I don't know. I've never seen it before. I don't know what it came from. I would assume it's like in one of those like little cartoon shorts that I haven't seen as many times. It's probably hiding in one of those. Oh man, but here's a detail, human. I don't know if we ever talked about. So here's Chick, and on Chick's hood it says HTB. And for the longest time, I didn't know what HTB stood for. I don't know if I can get it on the camera frame or not. Let's see. It's on the camera. My camera's shaking. My hand shakes too much. Anyway, HTB stands for Hostile Takeover Bank. And I was like, oh my god. What a fantastic little sneak thing put in there. Hey, Sledge. Ghosty with the raid. Ghosty, thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Hope we're doing well. We are waiting through downtime to cycle. Right, human? Isn't that crazy? Yo! Force Chuckle. I saw over in Ghosty chat earlier. Thank you for the follow and welcome.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
For those who don't know, I am Rushlock. This, of course, will be EVE Online once downtime ends. Hey, 3C. Disco, yeah, there's little details that get hidden in there. They're easy to miss. But Ghosty, thank you again for the raid. I do appreciate it. Hey, Ghosty, that Force Chuckle follow is all on you. That's 100%, you know. We were talking about shoutouts the other day. Let's see, Human says, that reminded me, 2 days ago during my lunchtime walk, I noticed a Volkswagen Bug with a Herbie's paint scheme parked near work. That's awesome, Human. I haven't seen one of those in forever. See, Disco, no, I use them for Logi, Salvager, and mining support. Gotcha. When I was in high school, my neighbor had a Volkswagen Beetle. It was so cool. Yeah, one of my friend's dads had one, like a project car that he was always working on. He had a yellow one. 3C and Ghosty both getting points in for the large skill injector giveaway. For those who don't know, down below chat, there's a red button that says Get Good. Click it. That will open up your channel point menu. And from there, you can put points into the large skill injector giveaway. Currently sitting at 68%. So we all know what comes next. Chaos with the raid. Chaos. Thank you very much. We have the Chaos and Ghosty double raid. Hey, Moo Doll. Thank you both again very, very much. Who is building a wall? Samo, that's Lemon. Lemon has built a wall in Shillville. Hey, Sawdeath. All the raids human, right? Hey, Bill Keldon. Will Jonesy. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Raiders, says Shad. The clip from Hazel. We've got Will Jonesy, Phil, Sakinos, all getting points in. Jur getting points in for the large skill injector giveaway. Thank you all very, very much. Darkside, good morning. Hey there, Chaos. Loops, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining the raid. Hope you're all doing well. Minix are getting points in. Hope you're doing well. All the points going in. Do we tick it up another tick? Yep, it's at 69%. It's only 31 to go. The Shillin wall dividing the east and the west of Shillville. Solo Real, hello and welcome, and thank you for getting points in for the large skill injector giveaway. How is that warp to the dance floor hater status? The wall is up, Disco. The wall, I think, last time I looked, had over 4,000 points in it. It was absolutely wild. For those who don't know, we are waiting for downtime. Every day, Eve shuts down for about 5 to 10, maybe 15 minutes at most. They just turn everything off, turn everything back on, because we, the players, like to break everything during the day. As soon as the server comes back up, we'll log back in and get good. We are currently doing an Alpha to Omega run. That means we are taking a brand new account, brand new character, not outside funding at all, and we're going in from Alpha to Omega to see how quickly we can do it. We're over halfway there. And, oh, I see the green dot. We can log in now. Let's hop in and see what we're up to. Exactly, Disco. Exactly. Naomi and Max both getting points in for the LSI giveaway. Thank you very much. If anybody's not following the channel already, if you hit the follow button, they give you 300 more points to put into the giveaway. And then you can unfollow. You're like, screw this guy. This guy's a jerk. I don't want to listen to him all day. But you can scam the system for 300 free points and chuck them in the giveaway. Easy peasy. Naomi's like, oh man, I can't wait. Let me scam the system. Naomi, thank you for the follow. Disco has redeemed and I was their request. Will do, Disco. It won't be till after we're done with the Alpha to Omega routes, but as soon as we finish it, we will definitely process that request. Local has 3 old SIGs. We know what they are, so let's get into BW quickly. Whoa, Force Chuckle has dropped the prime on us. The first shill of the day. Force Chuckle, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. If we can find 2 more professional shills who are not Force Chuckle to type cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button, we could have our very first hype train of the day. And this channel is home, the originator of unethical hype train giveaways. If you had nothing more exciting than you can imagine than making people on the subreddit mad, this is your opportunity. Nothing makes a subredditor more angry than hearing about how much you won at a Rushlock stream and a hype train giveaway. But in order for that hype train giveaway to happen, we need 2 more professional shills to cheer 100. Gift a sub, drop a prime, hit the resub button, and there's the professional shill, Darkside, putting the timer on top of Twitch chat. Now this is a lot of transparency, guys. You may not used to be having this much information thrown at you at once. You may not know about this, but Twitch's monetization system, they put that clock on the top of chat to initiate FOMO, fear of missing out, urgency. Clock is ticking. What are we going to do? We're going to get anxious. We're going to grab our wallets. We're going to shill, and swipe them all and throw all the bits. That's what Twitch wants to happen. And we are obviously here to oblige them. If you would like to see a hype train occur, we need 1 more professional shill who is not Darkside and not Force Chuckle to type cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button. If you're already subscribed to refresh the stream, you shouldn't get any ads. And you can see if your resub will be the one to kick off the hype train. We've only got 3 minutes to go. Can we beat the clock? Nerd and Local is talking to us. I don't know what they're saying, though. But it's obviously we're going to have competition here. Let's get into the good system, EY. This could be a good speed bump and buy us time. For some reason, this EY system gets a lot of SIGs popped up into it. Moo Doll with the legit dodged Kappa. For those who don't know about it, if you put dodged Kappa in chat the way that Moo Doll did, your chances of being gifted a sub go up dramatically. Maka, I don't know the translation for it, and that's the only reason I can't do it. But give me a second, I'll run it through Google Translate. If there's nothing naughty or there's nothing getting in trouble, then we'll be good to go. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah.
We're not just doing this
English
for money.
translation.
We're doing it for a shitload of money.
I have no idea. Something about Liberator or Swedes. Are there any Swedes here? I can't find a good translation, so I need a smarter nerd to do it for me. Whoa! See, this is what I'm talking about. This system, before downtime, had like 2 or 3 SIGs in it. We had them bookmarked even, but somebody finished the sites, it looks like. NK, let's get rid of these out of here. But these SIGs are all unidentified and all spawned right with downtime. I don't know what the science is here. This is an anomaly. This is outside our normal behavior of things. I don't know what's happening in this system, but it gets a disproportionate number of respawns. It's from a movie. Okay, let me see if I can go here then. Wait, let me go get your request again. Let's go here. I see it. I'm going to grab it, go there. Set name. Go here. Go there, and we got it. Thank you, Maka. We're already in a hype train. It looks like Disco gifted a sub to Mumudoll. Disco, thank you very much. Gifting a sub to Mumudoll kicked off the hype train. Then Darkside hit their resub button, which was their 9-month button. The hype train now at 80% with 3.5 minutes to go. If that level 1 hype train completes before time runs out, we can talk about unethical giveaways for the first time today. Holy cow, let me scroll back up. There was something from Naomi a while ago. I wanted to go back and catch it. It was in response to my nonsense. I'll leave the follow. I'm not that scummy, says Naomi. Naomi, it was just good timing. It just your follow happens at the perfect time for me to say something silly. But thank you again for the follow. I do appreciate it. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and scroll back up, see what else I missed in chat. I think the things that were directed at me, I haven't missed yet. Bivrak, I'm probably destroying your name.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
But thank you for the follow, and you are indeed surrounded by assholes now. Hopefully you have experience being surrounded by assholes. If you don't, you'll get it here. Don't worry. But thank you very much. We've got 2.5 minutes left. We're halfway through the hype train timer. And we need 1 professional shill.
We're not just doing this
To gift
for
a sub,
money.
drop a prime, hit the resub button. Any of that will do.
We're doing it for a shitload of money.
But to make it easier, we've got Ghosty with a cheer 100. Ghosty, thank you very much. Dropping
We're
the
not
bits.
just doing this for
Miso
money.
dropping bits in as well. It's taking us to 90%.
We're doing it for a shitload of money.
That means we're only 200 bits away, but Miso drops another 100 bits. Miso Bunny, now at 200, is Nerd of the Day. That means they've
We're
dropped the
not
most
just
bits of the
doing
day.
this for
They go
money.
again at it? They did. I can't even keep up with the
Doing it
math
for a
anymore.
shitload of
But level
money.
2 hype train is complete. Miso at 300 bits
We're not just doing this for money.
has kicked off the hype train. Disco, catch y'all later. Hey,
Doing it for
Disco,
a
do you want your
shitload
points
of
back?
money.
Disco, do you want your points back for the request? Or do you want to just play it at the end of the run? Miso, thank you very, very much for the bits. Incredibly kind of you. Level 1 hype train is completed. That means we get to talk about unethical giveaways for the first time today. For those who have never seen unethical giveaways, here's how it works. If level 2 hype train completes, before time runs out on that clock at the top of chat, each hype train conductor gets to run a casino giveaway. Casino wheel spin giveaway. Right now, Disco is one of the conductors with their sub points. Miso with 300 bits points is the other one. So if no one dethrones Miso, we'll probably give that one over to whoever is the bits leader at the end of the hype train. But these giveaways only happen if level 2 hype train is complete. The shill math on a level 2 hype train, it needs a total of 2,500 bits or 5 subs, resubs, gift subs,
We're
or
not
primes
just doing
in
this
any
for
combination.
money.
Sawdeath says, who said lightning doesn't strike
We're doing it for a
twice?
shitload of money.
Sawdeath with 400 bits has dethroned Miso as hype train conductor. Sawdeath, thank you very much for the bits. Not just play it, I might be back by then. Okay, sounds good. Chief getting the points in for the LSI giveaway. Thank you very much. Hope you've been doing well. Varent's getting points in for the 9th time. I haven't seen Chief in a moment. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you could join us today. I haven't been on this early for quite some time, so it's interesting to see some of the faces that I have been missing. Flexing on me, right, Miso? Don't you feel targeted? Don't you feel singled out by such an unethical attack? taking us to 16% of a level 2 hype train. That means we're 100 bits away from the 20% mark. That would put us 4 subs, resubs, gift subs, or primes away. No poor, said Sawdeath. I'm so used to level 4 security missions. Now that I'm ratting, it seems ridiculously easy. Like in anomalies, or where are you ratting, Mumu? What are you comparing it to? Sorry. I may have missed part of the narrative. Let's go there. We are now halfway through the hype train timer. Level 1 completed. Level 2 is in progress. Giveaways are waiting to happen. The salt could flow. The subredditors could rage. But we need professional shills
Warp drive active.
to drop a total currently of 2100 bits, or 100 bits and 4 subs, resubs, gift subs, or primes to beat that level 2 in less than 2 minutes to go. Can it be done? We've got 2 ruins here. Let's go and burn in. Prop mod 1 time. Doing like havens, there are actually tons. Oh yeah, absolutely, Moondoll. 100%. Also because those anomalies are the same each time too. Like there's no variance to factor in for. 100 seconds remain. It has been a very ethical 2 weeks so far. Last week and this week have been very ethical. We have not had very many opportunities to do giveaways. If level 2 doesn't complete before time runs out, we'll have an hour of cooldown before we can be unethical later in the morning. But we'll see what happens. But a very big thank you again to Sawdeath, Miso, Ghosty, Darkside, and Disco, and Force Chuckle, who kicked this whole thing off, for bringing us this far already. Grab the wrench. We've hit the final minute for the hype train. I think we're going to have to cut through this. It's going to cost a lot of coherence. But we found the core and we're good. Do we get paid though? Not from that can. Let's go ahead and do the remain next to it. Check this side. We're good there. Let's go here. 30 seconds left on the hype train. It would take some heavy lifting at the last moment to beat level 2 hype train and get those giveaways rolling. Otherwise, we'll behave ethically for 1 hour until our next opportunity when the hype train returns. But thank you all again very much for the support. It is extremely appreciated. The restoration node needs to go away. 3, 2, 1. Easy game, easy life. Let's see what we got here. Not much in that one. We've got a ruin to burn toward. Let's go over there. So you'll notice that we have a lot of SIGs in this local. And I'm not scanning them until we finish this site because of the potential traffic coming through and how easy it is to push us off the site right now. I want to grab what we can instead of scanning all the SIGs and during that extra time having somebody warp or enter a system and be like, well, crap, now we're being pushed out kind of a thing. This way we can make sure we get something for having been in here. Plus, if we get pushed off the site, it'll look picked, and there's at least a chance that the person will think that it's picked and then leave. Ooh boy, I need a tool. Oh boy, I'm not finding any tools. Alright, failed the first attempt. Gonna lurk mode while I do some maintenance. Thank you all. Ghosty, thank you very much, both for the raid, the bits, and the general support and kind words and well wishes. Very much appreciated. I hope you have a great part of your day. Quality stream, you have a radio presence. Thank you, Force Chuckle. That is exactly what this is. This is definitely not a visual show at all. It's all the voice. Chat decides, you know, basically where we go each day. Is thanks to Twitch chat for the wonderful conversations and the atmosphere we get to enjoy. Let's go over this direction. Yeah, I started streaming Eve in like 2013, and it's the same format. Like, this is just a live help desk. So if there's anybody in the channel who is new to Eve or coming back after a long break, or maybe you're switching from one activity to another, and you have questions, I cannot more earnestly invite you to ask questions. It is the entire reason we're here. If we're not answering questions, everything else we're doing is nonsense. We're just hanging out and wasting time, and this is basically an adult daycare, right? We're getting all the adults through their day, goofing off and having fun, but we put everything aside whenever we have somebody new or returning that has questions. Hey, Lemon, who keeps activating Rush earlier and earlier, Lemon? Lemon, I didn't like sleep in or oversleep, but I slept till like 4 o'clock this morning. My alarm goes off at 5. I've been getting up at 3 the last couple of days. So I saw 4 o'clock, I'm like, oof, I better get moving if I want to start early. And within an hour and 10 minutes, I was live. I got up, got ready, drove across town, got here to the office, hung out in a couple of people's streams while I wolfed some food down, and then here we are. Early start, looking to get good. We just had a level 1 hype train complete, so we're on a 1-hour cooldown for ethical behavior. We already have nerds of the day I need to address and catch up on as well. I'm just trying to complete this one task over here. No. Wow, I could have missed that core entirely. That was a near miss. PM? No, AM. I can imagine Lemon right now like, oh my god, AM? But why? So Durin goes to bed at 7 p.m. And I go to bed immediately after. I take a shower first and then, get in bed. And I'm usually asleep by like 8 o'clock at the worst. So I slept from 8 till 4. 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. And then I'm up. I got stuff to do. You have a radio voice. Very engaging. Well, thank you, Miso. Does this mean we get casino or not enough of a level? Yeah, we only got level 1 Saw Death. Level 2 unlocks the unethicalness. So we're on ethical behavior time for another 58 minutes. Hold thumbs, love first sanctum. What does hold thumbs mean, Mumu? That went over my head, I'm sorry. Think you're calibrated to the wrong time zone there, Rush. So years ago, Lemon, years and years ago, this is like late 2013, I had moved to Texas, and my girlfriend at the time, her job was taking her out of town, so I was alone in the new place, and I was up to my own devices and schedule making, and I find myself around 8 or 9 p.m. like, well, I'm going to bed. And so I'd wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m., see the sunrise, and then just get things done. I would get more done in a day before noon than I ever did before in an entire day. I'm just productive in the mornings. I don't know what it is. Everyone's different. Some people are night owls, but I'm a morning get things done type of person. Is it not relaxing to wake early? Especially when you have kids, it's like quiet before the storm. It's how I get extra time in my day, right? Like, my day is very, very block scheduled. So, I wake up, I go to work, I go to the gym, I go back to work, I go pick up Durin from preschool, I go home, keep him occupied and cared for until bedtime, and then it's 7 o'clock. And yeah, I could stay up till 10 o'clock at night if I wanted to, but all I'm going to do is I'm still going to wake up no later than 5 a.m. when my alarm goes off, and the only potential is I could be more tired. Like, I can stay up, I can stay awake, but I'm not productive. I don't have the energy, I'm not getting anything accomplished, neither recreational nor like work-related. Like, it's not about staying up and just working, it's just I don't get to enjoy my time because I'm just kind of like sitting there and doom scrolling, through your phone or whatever. So it's much easier for me to go to sleep, wake up early, and I'm one of those people who will wake up and just go. Like, I don't need coffee, I don't need any wake up ritual. Well, I do need a shower. Showers are usually great for me to wake up with, but generally I can just get up and just go. We found a level 3 relic site. Hello. We already ran our level 2. Now we have to run a level 3, as long as it stays quiet. Move it all means wish me luck. I'm YOLOing a Sanctum first time. Ooh, I have a Sanctum guide up, Mumu. If you go search Sanctum on the YouTube channel, I definitely have a Sanctum guide. Now, the methodology may not work for you if you're using a different ship, but at least we'll give you an idea of what the waves will look like. Could be helpful. Let's see. Play that later. Will do. We've done this request, so let's complete that one. Very good. Oh, is it, Mumu? All right, perfect. Very good. I remember you saying that you were looking at the writing guide, so I didn't know if you'd made it that far. Let's go this direction. Remembered a question I have. Ore anomalies. How often do they respawn? Are they like exploration sites? So, let me start off, Lemon. I'm not sure, okay? It's not content I interact with on a regular basis, but rattling around in my head all these years of conversations, I might be thinking about ice anomalies, respawning every 4 hours. Or anomalies, I'm not sure. I want to say 4 hours as well, but luckily, Lemon, we're on the internet. So as soon as I say something that's incorrect or inaccurate, we have at least 90 people here who will have the opportunity to correct me. And I can almost guarantee that one of them will not be able to resist the urge. So I'm going to go with 4. 6 sounds accurate as well, Chronic. I wouldn't be surprised that it was 6. I don't know why the number 4 is stuck in my head for 4 hours. Ice is 4, Rochecat? Okay. So we've got 1 confirmation for 4. 1 possibility for 6, but 4 is definitely what's stuck in my head. And the crazy thing about Eve is that they're always changing things, so, like, we could all be right at different decades. Oh man! Here we go! 11 intact armor plates, paying out 98 million. Easy game, easy life. Let's go to the next can over here. 11 plates. What a can, this is Rustcat. I keep trying to look stuff up on Eve Uni site, but it's either not there or out of date. Yes, that is correct also. Eve Uni is a great resource and a great institution in terms of helping new players, right? But the sheer size and scope of it, and then the number of years that Eve has been around, it is incredibly difficult and apparently not viable for them to be able to keep their information up to date. That's not a slight against them or any negativity. It's just reality, right? It's just the way things are. And Eve, even if you went searching on YouTube, right, and Google, like, you're going to find information from decades where, at the time, that information was correct, and then changes happen, and it's no longer accurate, right? So, what we can say about ore anomalies is that it has to be somewhere between 4 hours and 24 hours, right? Maka says 6 hours for high-sec ice belts. Really? Okay. So Roscat and I think it's 4, but Chronic and Maka are saying that it's 6. And I'm not saying who's right or wrong. I'm just putting out there what the information is in my head in terms of if I were taking a test and that question came up, I'm telling you what I would put on the answer sheet. And I'm telling you up front that I am not 100% confident in that answer. Because if it isn't 4, and if it's never been 4, then something else is putting the 4-hour number in my head, and I don't know what that something else could be. There was a time, once upon a time, that I would go ice mining every X number of hours, and so I would keep up with the time because of that, but that was too long ago, and I simply don't remember anymore. But what we can do, Lemon, and this is a good example that I would like to encourage others to do as well, especially if you're listening to this on YouTube later on. Go to the Discord and post the question on Discord and put @Rushlock. And then when the stream is over and I have more bandwidth, mental bandwidth to sit down and track down the answer, I am happy to do so. You're not bothering me, you're not interrupting my day. Like, that's the exact type of task that I like to do in that time window after gym time. Is I can put the right people on the research. See, Chronic, you're right though. So many conflicting answers on the internet. Yeah, exactly. And it's a range of variables as to why. You know, some people just posted bad information. Some people posted information that is good, but it was good when they posted it, 10, 15 years ago. Then that information gets passed around so much that it gets, locked in as definitely the way that things are. And then when I say something that is contradictory to it more recently, because I've done the content more recently, they're like, oh no, Rush, it's always been this way. And I'll go and show them that it isn't. Like, oh, well, this thing I've followed for 15 years says that it is. Like, well, I can't do anything about that, right? Like, all I can tell you is what I've encountered. Helmir, hope you're doing well. Before I moved to Null last autumn, it was something between 6 and 8 hours for the belts in a Mars space my corp harvested on a regular basis. I'm going to kill the prop there and read that again. Before I moved to Null. Okay, so yeah, you were in a Mars space. And the belts were refreshing every 6 to 8 hours? I thought belts were once per day. I thought belts refreshed every downtime. I didn't know that belts refreshed periodically throughout the cycle. Ice belts my belt. Okay, gotcha. And you're saying between 6 and 8. So yeah, I think 6 is viable. And I'm trying to think if there's any like random factor to it. In my experience in the past, and it's difficult to... It seemed very clockwork-like. Like, I'd be like, alright, I finished this ice belt at this time, I'll come back at this clock of time, and it'll be back up, and it always was, so... My experience wasn't randomness, but, like I said, it's very, very easy for me to misremember, or for something to have changed. Now, are we all on agreement on regular belts, though? Regular belts spawn once per day, right? They refresh at downtime? Because there's always that conversation about people who play earlier in the day, quote-unquote, have an advantage because people who log in after work are logging in later in the day and all the belts are depleted already. You know, quote-unquote, all the belts. In reality, they just have to travel further away from a trade hub, which is what they're trying to avoid. Or belts refresh at downtime, if I recall. That's my understanding as well, yeah. Three, 2, 1. So here we have rule of 6. This trap is in the middle of 6 nodes. It means that the core that has the loot in it is 1 click away. Now I can't click that right now because I don't have a tool to get through it. And if I click it, my coherence will go poof. There's the core, easy. More junk in the can. But it's hard to complain about there being junk in a can when you pulled like 90 mil from a site, so.
Drive active.
Just means we didn't get lucky on the same site more than once. Let's go here. Let's bring those down. Get a quick scan going. We still have a lot of SIGs and locals to identify. And it's wild to me. All these SIGs, all of them, spawned right after downtime. And mechanically that's normal. But for this many SIGs to spawn in one local is very abnormal. And for some reason, this system consistently gets, not every day, but consistently, like a noticeable amount of time that seems not to be random, in terms of frequency, gets a lot of SIGs piled up in it. And I don't know what causes it. But I now, in my route, make a concerted effort to come by this system every day right after downtime and just peek in. You know, there's always something new here after downtime. Sometimes it's only like 3 sites, but days like this and it's this many, it is absolutely wild. Yeah, exactly, Lemon. No, that's exactly it. Let's go here. Let's see. Yes, so Prophisto is correct about anomalies, but these are not anomalies. These are signatures. And there is no, to my knowledge, SOV or iHub type interactions that will affect signature spawns in the system. Again, that I'm aware of. But Prophisto is correct about the anomalies. Now, they're talking about anomalies over here. They won't update until I finish the scan. And those are usually combat sites and ore sites and things of that nature. So all those combat anomalies there. Whew. Alright. We're going to zoom all the way in. Look how it looks like it's centered there. And as you zoom in, you see that it isn't. It's a little nuanced thing that the game doesn't teach you. And holding down control and collapsing your probes manually is another little trick there you can do. Holding down control and collapsing them even further in their formation. You want to make sure you don't collapse so far in that you invert the probes, because that'll screw things up, but this is allowing us to scan down a level 4 site with 71 probe strength. There we go. This is what Human was talking about earlier,
Drive active.
referencing Uncle Online's experience with this a couple of years ago. Evo Huns, I probably missed it. I'm sorry for that, but thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. We're warping into a level 4 site. Now, a level 4 relic site has the most potential for payout. But I have to stress the word potential, because it gets very easy for someone to misunderstand that idea and think that, oh man, a level 4 site is going to guarantee pay me out huge. And that is not the case. I can run an entire level 4 site and end up with nothing to show for it, like less than 10 million, less than 5 million. Like I've seen some really bad level 4s out there over my years. But in terms of potential and chances at great success or great yield, level 4s are the highest potential because they have 1, 2, 3 ruins on them. Each of these cans has a chance to drop up to 15 intact armor plates and logic circuits, which can be a huge, huge payday. Right, nothing over there. Hit a trap. 3, 2, another trap. And again, you ignore traps for as long as possible to get as much information as you can. And then when you get, you know, quote-unquote stuck, that's when you commit. Ooh, boy. Okay, we'll take that. We can't travel anywhere else. And we started, I want to say, like, up here somewhere. Now, the problem with going after this node first is I'm going to be out of coherence. So even if I find the core, I won't be able to do anything about it. Oh, God. Alright, we're trapped again. We wiggled over there, so we weren't completely trapped. We have 2 tools. Those 2 tools are going to be huge. So let me get through that. Now, the problem is the core is here. Oh, it's not. Oh, boy. We're in worse trouble than I thought. I have no idea where the core is. We start somewhere over there. I can use that tool. This is a fail. Let's go and restart this one. Rush, you got a video for learning evasion tricks, like micro warp drive, cloak trick, etc. I might. Moo on the micro warp drive trick. But I don't know. And if you can't find it, you know, if you don't search the word cloak on YouTube and it doesn't come up on my channel, then I don't. So I would definitely put that in the title. And then tell me if you can, and that can go into my to-do list on things to show people. This is rough. So we're going to lose a lot of coherence there. Oh, it's devastating. Back-to-back traps. We cannot hack this can. The can is going to explode. There was no play to be had. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. That is brutal on level 4. Thank you, Moo. There are entrapment array, 1 to 5 for more common anomalies. Correct. Survey network for more anomalies like relic and data. That is incorrect. To my knowledge, Prefisto. Keep that in mind. To my knowledge. There is nothing that... Because the problem is, relic and data sites are not anomalies. They are not anomalies. They are signatures. Now, who knows? Maybe once upon a time, that was a thing. And this system certainly does have, you know, a high ADM. Oof. So we need to get rid of this suppression node, but I have nothing to work with. Man. Yep, that's another dumpster. We gotta go and shut this one down. Alright. 4th attempt on a ruin on this site. The first 3 attempts have been crushingly brutal. But I don't believe there was any play for us to be had. We got that far. We use our rule of 6 here. We have a lot of rule of 6 on this can. It's all 3s and 2s though. Like, nothing definitive. The restoration node needs to go away immediately. Trap, hard lock there. 5, 2. I need a tool. I need a tool. I'm not getting one. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. This is back-to-back ruins that were unhackable. There's no course of play that we could have done differently to have done those better. That was gross. Closest seems to be null explo guide, but nothing specifically on evasion tactics. Well, there are... Oh, wait, we got that person in local. Hold on, sorry. Nerd and local. Your evasion tactics are crashing gate and warping off. And warping off is the micro warp drive trick that you're referring to. And crashing gate is simply crashing gate, right? Like, we can talk about crashing gate and people won't recognize the term, but there isn't a plethora of like, there's not a whole book of them, right? Boy, this is nasty. Got through that one. D-scan is still good. 2-1. Because the best thing about evasion, Mumudal, right? If someone tells me they died on a site, my first question is, why are you running sites in an occupied local? Like, every evasion idea is about cleaning up a mistake that you could have just not made in the first place, is my view or stance on it. It's like, just don't do, you know, ill-advised ideas in the first place and you'll be fine. There were nerds in your local? Make the next jump. But Rush, there were like 5 SIGs in the local. Don't care. I don't care how many SIGs are in that local. You shouldn't be there. You should move on to the next system. Make a mental note, write it down, whatever you need to do, to come back to that system later if you'd like. But, ooh, a Navy issue Imicus. Alright guys, hold on. We might have competition here. We have to watch for probes. They're not cloaked for whatever reason. I mean, they could crush us, so they don't have to worry about us, I guess. Maybe they're trying to flex and see if we just warp off. And leave system. Alright, get through here. 2-1. Tool. 3, 2, 1. Nothing there. 1, okay. D-scan has probes out. They're sisters probes. 3, 2, 1. This is nasty. Put that over there. Click through that a little bit. Found the core because we're amazing. Probes are out there though. We stuck with it. 11 intact armor plates, 101 million ISK, and a big FU to the nerd and local coming to steal our site. You get nothing, sir. Let's get out of here.
Active.
Put all this in tripwire. They can have the table scraps. We got good. Now, there are still, like, 4 or 5 SIGs in local I haven't scanned yet. Hold on, let me see how many this is. 2. 2 or 3. Looks like 3 SIGs I haven't scanned. 1, 2, and 3, yeah. I don't know what they are. So, maybe they'll get the last laugh and beat us to the good stuff, but... We got fat paid, over 200 million. And that goes back to something I'd commented about earlier, where I said I wanted to run some sites while I'm scanning them, so I don't get stuck into a position like, oh no, I've invested the time to scan all the SIGs, but now someone jumps in local like that and chases me off before I can grab anything. The seems so the site is ruined. Oh no, Lemon. Oh no, that was a brutal site though, for sure. How do guys move around Null in big shit like battleships without being caught? Scouts, Mumu. Either an alt account or another player will be one jump ahead of them and scout out ahead of them. Escalations? Yeah, exactly. So escalations, a couple of things you can do. You can take jump bridges from one side of Null to the other in a region to help facilitate travel. And or you're certainly going to have a scout keeping up with things. Let's go here and probes out. The other 2 SIGs were wormholes we scanned earlier in the morning.
Active.
This SIG can go in one of 2 directions. We're going to check this side first. But it's either going to be here or here. Payday is right, Max. Naomi, intel channels were big back... Yeah, exactly, Naomi. That's a very good example as well. And then, you know, based on what you're flying and its value and your confidence level in that intel channel, like, in Pravi, we were always memeing about the intel channel. Like, if you died to something and were like, why was no one reporting this in intel? We just laughed at you. Like, you were counting on intel? Now, other regions and other organizations may have impeccable intel. But for us, it was a, you know, a good idea or a best practice or an ideal world scenario, and then someone dies to something. We had people, oh god, it's been so long. There would be people who'd, like, report their own intel death. They'd be like, oh, somebody's 4 jumps out. Somebody's 3 jumps out. Somebody's 1 jump out. They're on me. Why is no one helping? And then, like, I'm quitting, I'm leaving this region, and I hate all of you, and blah, blah, blah. And we're just sitting there like, man, imagine. Chronic knows. Chronic knows. Chronic's been there, maybe. I wonder if I fix my window here. Look at that fix. There we go. But, man. Imagine watching the intel coming to you. And, like you're the one reporting it. You're the one reporting the intel. And then dying to it, and, like, they got me. Like... What do you want? You watched it happen. So Black Ops or Carrier to do it solo. No, why would the Carrier do it solo? I don't understand, Mumudal. You still need a scout. There is no solo. If you see someone doing it solo, they just don't care. Or they didn't think to have a scout. Are you in a Heron? I am not, Loops. I'm in a probe right now. But the Heron is what I recommend for this approach or activity or whatever. BW gets into KB. We'll go XHQ. Intel channel, you mean like Chat 2 where the admins get mad occasionally? Oh man. What is Chat 2, Lemon? I was salty like that once. I was young and dumb and Eve still. Hey, but Mumudal, you hit a point where you became self-aware and you were like, you know what? Whose fault is this? It's my fault. And that puts you, like, ahead, this is an arbitrary number, but that puts you ahead of, like, 80% of other space nerds and Eve nerds, and just nerds in life, probably. It is a superpower. It is a highly in-demand and low-supply skill to be able to do a couple of things. One, if someone asks you a question, for you to be able to say, I don't know. And there's reasons for that, and they're not entirely your own fault. Like, if you're at work, and someone asks you a question, and you don't know the answer, you feel very anxious and pressured to know the answer, right? Otherwise, you know, what is your worth all of a sudden? There's that pressure that exists. But in a video game, you know, like, I don't know. We can see if we can find out. Let's see if we can research the answer down together, but I don't know. I think KKQ is a new SIG, it is, but I've got a lot of nerds in local. We know Maple isn't going to do anything, but the other 2 nerds... Lasmine is certainly an explorer I've seen before. So we're definitely going to move on there.
Warp drive
See, Complays 247. Hello and welcome. And maybe that's 24/7. But thank you for the follow and welcome. Just a second chat channel. I went over my head, Lemon. I don't understand. Like the idea of the admins being salty with each other, that makes sense, but I've lost context otherwise. Maybe I got lost in all the conversations. I think I just died so much I stopped caring. That's also another thing that needs to happen in EVE. Absolutely. The best thing for someone to have happen to them in EVE is to lose a ship as early as possible. Desensitize them to it. Because if they get so mad that losing their first ship makes them quit the game, guess what? They weren't going to play the game anyway. People get so angry about the monetization in EVE nowadays, like the pushiness of it, the forcefulness of it on the brand new players. But guess what? If CCP doesn't get that buck out of them now, and the majority of them quit very, very quickly, it makes sense for them to try and go for the dollar early on. Mumu says, yeah, I have no pride. I'm not afraid to be stupid and ask questions. That's the thing, though, is you're not stupid. You're smarter for asking questions. Most people, Mumu doll, maybe most is harsh, I don't know. A very large, significant portion of people, if not most, are dumb because they don't ask questions. There's a whole, was it Dunning-Kruger effect or something like that? Like a capacity issue? If somebody doesn't have the capacity to understand that they don't know anything, then all of a sudden they think they know everything, and that makes them even dumber. I might be mixing up the terms or whatever, but there is some kind of like, not professional, but like official or far more articulate name for it than I'm going through it with. Oh, gotcha, Lemon. I got you. Yeah. Man, Intel channel arguments are so good. That is some really good drama. Watch nerds argue in Intel channels. Ships are ammo. Exactly, Bell Keldon. The faster someone learns that ships are ammo and not to be, like, coveted, the better. Miso says, I was very lucky yesterday. Someone locked in on me at a data site, and stupidly I thought they wanted to be friends. They left after a while, but apparently they were about to destroy me. Why were you running sites in an occupied local? Maybe you were in HiSec, though. I'm making too many assumptions that maybe you were in nullsec, but maybe this is like in HiSec. They were locking you up to try and intimidate you to get you to leave, and you didn't fall for it. Jay, for the 21st time, gets points in for the LSI Large Scale Injector giveaway. Thank you, Jay. You reminded Evo likely to get points in as well. If anyone doesn't know about it, or if you haven't done it already, down below chat there's a red button that says Get Good. Click that. It will open up your channel point menu. And from there you can put points in, up to 2,000 points per stream, into the community challenge. And once it reaches 100%, we're going to fire off a large-scale injector giveaway available to everybody. What's your ship? This is a probe, Complays. This is the Minmatar basic exploration ship. I'm on a free-to-play alpha account, starting with nothing and going to Omega. We are over halfway there, and we have another almost $250 million in our hold. So the run is going very, very well so far. I am behind on chat, by the way, guys. I'll catch up in just a moment. What did I even find here? I'm on like a level 1 site. No, level 2 site that I ran before downtime and prepped. There we go.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Loops, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Mumu says, honestly, 100 frigate challenge. My sister, like, bullied me into doing it. Best thing I ever did. Made me a much better pilot. Exactly. Absolutely. Yo! Hey, Jinx. Hope you're doing well. The more someone knows, the more they feel less... Yeah, the less they know. Exactly, Jinx. It leads to more questions. The less someone knows, the more they overestimate their abilities. That's exactly what that was. I think that's just pride. Sometimes it can be pride, yes. It can be a mixture of pride and ignorance. If you just assume you know everything, you don't dare ask questions, yeah. Because then you'll injure that image, that self-image of knowing everything. Let's see, Loops, aren't you scared of someone blowing you up if your system is up on the stream? No, not at all. Do you have a delay to avoid stream snipers? Nope, no delay. I'm just catching up on chat. But yeah, no delay and no concern. Like, what is the worst case scenario, Loops? The worst case scenario is that some idiot uses the stream and spends their time to hunt down a, like, 2 million-isk ship. But Rush, you've got like $250 million in the hold. So what?
We're not just doing this
Why
for money.
should that concern me? This is easy. Like,
We're doing it for a shitload of money.
and then because I stream the game, should I have special protection and like, you know, should people not interact with me and stuff like that? No, not at all. In my experience, which is now at almost 10 years of doing this, when you blur your screen, when you obscure data, and you try to quote-unquote hide from people who are attention-seeking or looking for the reaction, that's the big thing. That's a huge one. But that's what they're after. If you don't care, you completely remove value from their effort. Well, why am I going to go through the effort of making the clicks to get out there and blap him if he doesn't care? Like, you know what I'm going to do if the ship explodes? I'm going to grab another ship and go back out. Ships are ammo. I don't care. Oh man, we're good. This can, oh my, what a troll. Gives us the core at the very beginning. I'm going to lock it with a trap there. No, we're good? Okay. 2. There's something down this way. Yes, I need that. Put that over there. Fudge. Everything's fine. That's less fine. We're still fine. Everything is fine. 1 wrench. Oh, this game's easy. Guys, this game is so easy. I never doubted it for even a moment. All that for 5 million ISK? Whatever, CCP. You just keep scamming us, it's fine. Everything is fine. Let's go over this way. Achilles with the resub. Thank you very, very much for hitting your 11-month button, Achilles. Thank you for the support, and I hope you're doing well. Hype Train is out of station for another 28 minutes, so we won't follow up with the shill, but if anybody hasn't done so, if you've never been to our YouTube channel before, click our YouTube channel right there, hit the subscribe button for the latest news, tips, and tricks for EVE Online. It's always a positive feeling when I finish the stream and I see all the little notifications that we have new people on the YouTube channel as well. So, those who have done so, thank you very much. Even if the guides don't help you, you might run into somebody later who the guides will help them. So, grab the junk can there. Let's go this way. We're going to prop mod twice. While we do that, I'm going to scroll up in the chat.
Doing this for money.
But not yet. You must be special, Rush, since I'm still here. Hey, Zarkos. And thank you for the 18-month button, Zarkos. A year and a half of support. Thank you very, very much. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you could join us today. Let me scroll back up and chat and get more questions here. Loops and Evoke. I think I saw Loops earlier, but Evoke, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Achilles getting points in for the LSI Large Scale Injector giveaway. Let's see. No, yeah, exactly, Miso. 100% about the being afraid to ask questions. I'm catching them on chat some more. Nobody in local, we're fine. Hey, Bush Kitty. Ghosty says, stream snipers are viewers too. Easy come, easy go. This closed freely. Yeah, exactly, Lemon. Like, okay, some loot drops, they pick it up and they move on with their day. Like, that's the worst case scenario. That's the worst thing that can happen. But Rush, you'll have wasted the last 90 minutes of your life. Okay, look, you know what I've been doing for the last 90 minutes? I've been talking to you guys. That's the thing of value. That's the part that I enjoy. Like, I like the hacking little puzzle minigame here, because to me it's fun. But this is just something to pass time while answering questions and, ideally, talking to people in Twitch chat. Like, if I were playing WoW, I wouldn't be sweating over gear score, right? If I were playing Lost, or what's it called? Lost Ark? I think it's Lost Ark. You know, I wouldn't be stressing over gear score stuff. Like, I don't care. It's the interactions, to me, that are fun. To me, MMOs are social games. Like, if I wanted to play a video game and not interact with people, I'd go play a single-player game. And I would turn the stream off. I'll go do my own thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what MMOs are to me. Let's go here. Check that. Alright, as far as I know, I am caught up on chat. I haven't missed anything. So if I skipped anybody's message, it was not intentional. Always feel free to repost it and put Rush or @RushLock in it. That way it highlights for me. Makes it easier for me to catch up, but to my knowledge, I am current at the moment. Let's see, Samo. Rush, you could Orca mine in HiSec. We've done that before, Samo. In fact, something I like to do... What is it? Is it Jim? We had some kind of command. Maybe it's the Orca command. Yeah. Any day that we reach $100 in shill points, there was a time when I would go park the Orca out in space and just go AFK in it. And go work out. And I'd come back an hour later. Maybe the Orca was still there. Maybe it wasn't. I didn't care. Chat enjoyed it because they're like this whole like sense of suspense. Like, oh man, is the Orca going to survive? Are people forming up to blow this thing up? Like, you won't know unless you watch. I would love to do that again sometime.
Warp drive active.
Let me scroll back up. I saw another notification there. Zarkos Rush, are you saying Eve is social? Wait, what? Zarkos, yesterday was wild. Zarkos, I went to newbie systems yesterday and started convoing day one characters. Well, I shouldn't say just day ones, but newer characters. And asking them questions like, hey, welcome to the game, what got you into it? And we had conversations. It was wild. It was insane. 2023, and talking to people in video games. It was like we time traveled. Hey, Xenon, good morning. Orca hide and seek in nullsec sounds fun. I think it'd be easier for them to kill it in nullsec. I think it's harder for them in highsec. Because they need more people that way. Or more accounts, I guess is probably the more accurate way of describing it. Alright, let's go here.
Warp drive active.
Because nullsec is just about finding the right wormhole chain. Hey, James. Hope you're doing well. Awesome is how you do social. Oh my god, Zarkos, it was wild. Like, some people would just block us immediately. Like, I'm mad, you sent me a convo. And like, they have no interaction at all. Some people we had like great conversations with. It was just really cool to see the range of reactions we would get. Rush, noise filament on the cooldown. People have 15 minutes to catch you. As a separate idea, I like it, Samo. For what I was doing was, I was going AFK to go work out. And so I wouldn't be able to pop my filaments every 15 minutes if I'm working out, because I'd be in the next room over. But as a separate idea, I like it. Elder Wolf is already having withdrawals from Dark and Darker. Uh-oh. Zarkos, it was fun. And I want to refine the idea, or the activity. I want to do more with it. I just haven't figured out what I want to do with it overall. Like, initially it was just like, more of an interview, like a new-ish player interview. Like, hey, what got you into Eve? What are you enjoying so far? But I want to transition it somehow into helping facilitate getting them into the activity. Maybe they say like, well, I kind of looked at Abyssals and I don't really know much about it. It sounds kind of interesting. I don't know where to start. And I can be like, here you go. Go to Abyssal Lurkers in-game chat. Here's some fits. I would like to get some infrastructure going, like hand out some ships for it. Here's a fit adventure for the mining nerds. Instead of trying to make the mining nerds feel bad, like they're not really Eve players or something. Like a lot of shitty people and organizations try to do. Doing great, was super lucky yesterday. Found Golden Myco yesterday in Lowsec. Sold for 167 mil overnight. Hashtag feels good, man. James, easy game, easy life. Loops, if there's something you're looking for, let me know. I'll help track down the command for you. Help me learn how not to blow up. No, that's the opposite. Loops, we want you to blow up. Blowing up ships is a good thing. Create quests for them and SRP. I'd have to have a way to track them though. Like I don't want to turn the stream into like stalking one brand new player and like watching their every movement to make sure they do tasks. Like I like the concept, I just don't like the overhead that it would create. Miso, I feel like the world of Eve is as if the only people who existed in the world were people who would rather stand on a bus than sit on an empty seat next to another person. You have to be wary of everyone. And it's strange with Eve, right? Like, generally speaking, alright? Generally speaking, Eve community members would go far and wide out of their way to help you. And they're also the same person who will shoot you in the game the first chance they get. But either subconsciously or consciously, most people are aware that the better job you do facilitating getting people into the game, the better their chances are of having, interactions of a PvP nature with them in the future. This is going to get nasty quick. Oh boy, alright. 5, there's nothing over there. 5, nothing over there. 2, that's not good. That's not good. This is going to be a rerun on that one. Let's try this one again. Elder Wolf. Let's see. Let me go back up to... Doesn't feel good as I want it to when I get blown up. So the thing about losing a ship, alright, in Eve, is that ideally, every time you lose a ship, you should learn something. And if you're not learning something from you losing a ship, then you're going to fall into that category we talked about earlier where you feel like you already know everything and you can't learn anything else. And it may not be pride. It may be capacity. Maybe for whatever reason, your brain just won't take in new information. Because if you die and lose a ship in Eve and you can't understand why and articulate how you lost it, you're either brand new to the game, you're not asking enough questions, or you're mentally deficient. Some of those we can help you with. Some of those we can't, right? But we don't know where in that range you're going to be. Samus says, Rush, Ron had a quest to come to Null Space for a newbie and gave them 50 mil on success. Also, when they blew up, he gave them a new ship. I like it. My friend, this is Chronic, my friend new to Eve was streaming and someone almost killed him, but then came into his stream and sent him 50 mil. That's Eve. The people are mostly great, but they'll still kill you to teach you a lesson. Yes, like, and the reaction to it is big, Chronic. If somebody gets all shitty pants over losing a ship in Eve, you don't want to help that person. Fuck them, right? Like, they're throwing a tantrum, why would you want to help that person? But, if that person's like, oh my god, I lost a ship, that was so cool, you know, the explosions and whatever, and then the person's like, hey, I blew you up, you know, here's some stuff you could do that would help you. And you're like, okay, thank you for the advice or the information or whatever. Like, they don't have to mean it, you know, maybe they're just good at being sincere, and it sounds legit. Then they're good to go. They have the right mindset and the right attitude for interacting with people. And that's what Eve is. Eve is interacting with people. And this isn't an Eve thing, this is a general statement. A lot of games, especially MMOs, right, or anything multiplayer, have done as much as they can to mitigate or even eliminate the whole interacting with people aspect, right? We're fucked on this cam, by the way, guys. I'm just fucking around. There's nothing I can do except try it again. There we go. You're a dumbass. Hey, Montgomery. See, James, I've never actually PvP'd someone, but I'm thinking... You said it was me valuable? Let me see. But I'm thinking it'll be very valuable. What do you mean by valuable? That's what I want to see, Bush Kitty. When you're streaming and you're blowing up people on stream, I want to see that Vinny-style contact attempt. Obviously, you know, a lot of them are going to just blow you off and hate you or whatever. And that's fine, whatever, right? But the ones, and like really Bush Kitty, put it on the smooth charm at that point. Like, hey, you know, that's cam blew up, by the way. That's sake. All right, that was a Remain. Let's go over here. The ones who give you positive interactions, Bush Kitty, like, those are good people. It doesn't matter that they're hauling stuff and you blew them up. That's a good person. And you can always find more DPS or F1 monkeys or whatever, but finding good people, that's valuable. Every time I've been ganked, I've been sent ISK. Lost Adventure in Lowsec, got 50 mil. Lost a friggin' Explo, got 10 mil from the killer. Man, we shall be mining in Ventures in Lowsec, apparently. Just keep making new accounts so they think you're a brand new player. That's the new economic model. It's like your free 50 mil a day login reward. Use that disc to flex your main. This is nasty, by the way. This is brutal. What is this game? What are we doing? Why are these cans so savage all of a sudden? I always help the positive with tanking. Oh, like showing them. And the approach is important, Bush Kitty, because you've just torn someone down, right? And you have to understand that in that particular moment, they are less likely to be in the most receptive of frames of mind, right? And so the burden is not on them to not be. The burden is actually on you to identify and recognize, like, all right, I put this person in a shitty mood potentially, not always, but potentially, and to be a little more patient when they're angry. And it doesn't mean not to do it. It just means address it. Hey, look, you just lost a ship. You may be upset. I get that. Here's some information that will help you immensely. If I can answer any questions, let me know. Have a great day. And then let it sail. If they decide at that point to respond or interact, great. If they don't, move on to the next. James, I'm about to jinx myself, but I've always been super conscious and learned to be slippery, so I've never been ganked. Got done by NPC pirates ages ago. Got blown up by the NPCs. Lemon? Oh, man. I'm a softy ISRP my victim, says Moodall. See, Zarkos, I don't actively hunt anyone anymore. Well, except reds, but you know, yeah, exactly, right? How you gonna stop hunting reds? Let's go here. There's the core. More junk. That was just a rubble. We've got a rubble over here. Let's burn this way. Zerko says, Rush, you guys just brought 3 bill worth of stuff from me when I reset myself. I have no idea what you just said. You guys, I don't know who that is, just brought 3 bill worth of stuff from me when I reset myself. I have used all my backup ISK and have reset everything except my skills and characters. Time to rebuild the empire. Okay, so I think what Zarkos is saying is that, like, Twitch chat gave you 3 bill worth of stuff, and it changed maybe your perspective on the game, and so you've done a self-imposed reset to maybe give yourself more room to enjoy the game. I don't know if I'm lost entirely on the narrative here, but that's my interpretation so far. Ooh, there's the core. Alright. We've got 1 remain left. Some junk in there. Let's go over this way. Lemon getting addicted to ratting and mining vessels. Oh god. We used to do level 4 missions. Well, I shouldn't say we used to, like we do on a regular basis, but one day, years and years and years ago, we all took out industrial ships to run a level 4 mission. It took the entire stream, but we got it done. And we were super tanky. The issue was, you know, damage, and that just needed more people. Nope. 4, 3. This is terrible. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tool. 2. Dumb game. Wrench. Consume. No core, though. Alright. Okay. Tool. This thing is brutal. Go through there and just reset the can. It's fine. There's nothing over here anyway. So, big F. Let's go there. Please do standing missions again. I need to leech standings. Ooh, Bush Kitty. There we go. Bush Kitty. You need to organize this. I will run and maintain leech standings fleets, right? 4 Genkers. But you have to centralize the Genkers and get them to show up. Doing it for just you isn't going to be, you know, worthwhile. Doing it for mini Genkers will exponentially grow our salt farm production. 5, 5, 3. There's something over here. 2, F. This stupid game. Alright. Alright. There's something over here, though. Hey. Found a tool. Pop that. Found the core, easy game, easy life. Woof. All that for junk in the can. Fantastic. No SIGs in local. We're in NR, so I need to get into IW. Let's go this way.
Warp drive active.
Let's see. Loops, I feel like it would be funny to follow in sending anonymous messages in local to a heron or something deep in null. Probably better like in a wormhole. Just to see if they react. Zarko says, no, what I did was spending all my backup ISK, and I'm officially a bitter vet with no ISK. Luckily, Zarko's ISK is easy, alright? Space poverty is a lifestyle choice. John, good morning. Happy Friday Eve as well. Mining fleet wins, Samo. I'm not opposed to it. The limitation is like having people to join, to actually make it a fleet. Empty local with 4 SIGs. What is this? Combat data. So AK and HC are new. Ignore the bottom 2. Get out here and get the probes out. Let's see if we can get good. Alright, let me see if I can focus on chat for a moment and get caught back up. Just did a level 2 rat site in my proc, and they didn't even take 5%. Oh yeah, the mining ships are extremely tanky. Montgomery, Rush, and chat, I would like to ask, how many monitors do you use to play Eve? 1. I have 3 monitors for streaming, but I currently use 1 for Eve. I've used 2 before, 3 I guess technically, but... Let's see, Zarko spent 140 billion on game time and other stuff, and I'm down to my last bill. Oh, damn, Zarkos. It's getting late for me. I think I'll head off to bed. Thanks for the stream. Well, Loops, thank you for hanging out with us. I definitely appreciate it. Hope you get some rest. James, it's super satisfying to be slippery. Was huffing yesterday and saw probes honing in on my position. He was also after the gas, so I cloaked 180 kilometers away and hid. Was hilarious as he was as I was teasing him in local. Who huffs gas at a heron? Oh god. That's true, Zarkos. Yeah, like these challenges, even like the mechanical limitations are making it challenging, but you can't take the knowledge away, right? Like You still know what you know. You're back to basics. Zarkos, you said you had $1 billion ISK left, or like just under $1 billion. That isn't basics. Alright, 2 SIGs, ignore those. They're both combat. We're gonna go into K1 DNR. Let's go this way.
Warp drive active.
When you're that low, what is this? What is? Did I misread something? I thought Zarkos said they'd blown 140 billion on game time and other goodies. Still had about $1 billion left. Zarkos needs to send me that last billion so they can truly start at day one. Alright, 3 SIGs. Put these in tripwire. 1 new is FKT. The others are old. Let's go here. Probes out.
Warp drive active.
Put those over there. Let's get scanning. Yeah, but that's what I have made. Oh, that's what you've made since starting over, Zarkos. I got you now. I'm catching up. James started with less than 1 million. Or 100 million, rather. Exactly, James. The wallet is always open for deliveries. Let's move these over here. Loop says, one more question. If you're going to get to Omega from being an alpha, do you now need to make 5 build instead of 1? And what do you think about this change? I don't know what you're even talking about, Loops. It's only 2.5 build to go alpha to Omega. I don't know where you're getting 1 or 5 from.
Warp drive active.
I'll double that billion, says Rico. Loops, your cargo hold right now is equivalent to my entire net worth. Man. See? This is easy. You'll triple it, James? There you go. That's the new meta. Tripling. People have been doubling for years and years. Alright, we've got 3 SIGs in local. Tripwire says they're all known. Let's get into Jeeve. We'll probably go dump off loot.
Warp drive.
It's a pretty good run for time investment. Oh, damn, Mumudal. I thought it used to be $1 billion for Omega. It used to be less than that, Loops. So, there's this thing called inflation. And I don't have the background or qualifications to explain to somebody how inflation works that has no concept of it. But the point is, over time, things become more expensive because money becomes more common. And that's what you're seeing with Eve. So when someone comes back to Eve after like a 5 or 10 year break and they're like, oh my god, it's so expensive to make, or to buy Omega now. Like, no it isn't. It is, in general, no more difficult today than it was 10 years ago to get the ISK needed to go Alpha to Omega. What changes is the value of ISK. That's what changes. Jeeve goes into XHQ at least.
Warp drive.
Bush kitty. Remy, a while ago I legit doubled my ISK by winning 100 ISK joke prize on Pyro Stream. Back above $1 billion now. ISK is easy. That's right, Remy Main. Zarkos, 160 mil for 30 days game time. I missed those days. Zarkos, they didn't go anywhere. That 160 mil is just now called, 2.5 bill. See, Texno, I remember times when you needed 1 plex for a month and cost about, 600 mil is the number I had in mind. Now, the 1 plex thing, Texno, is still there. What used to be 1 plex is now just 500 little plexes. You don't need 500 of the old plex. You need 500 of the new plex, which is the same as 1 old plex. Let's see. Nerd here. Let's get into... I want to be greedy. No, we'll dump this off. Let's go dump it off of KB.
Warp drive.
Silax, good morning, and welcome back. Might be worth keeping plex as that changes in value. If you're going to take a break, yeah, absolutely store your plex. Like, convert your assets into plex, because the plex will rise... Not really in value, but it'll keep better pace with inflation, is the point. Naomi, after 10 years, the inflation is definitely real. Yeah, I started up again this month after last playing, like back in '09. That's when I started. Wow. Well, welcome back to it, Naomi. Stream prices keep my chin above the water sometimes. Not gonna lie, I've moved all. Uh-oh. Let's go into 2 jumps to Junka and dump off our loot real quick.
Warp drive active.
We'll probably go back out and make the full route run, but I want to dump off the loot that we have so far because we're near the entrance. John says, one reason I love Eve because it's complex. I have done a lot in the game to get to the 30 bill liquid I'm at now. Eve takes time and I love it. And that's true. And sometimes people struggle with the idea that not every product on the market has to be based around instant gratification. You know, Eve has always been, and hopefully always will be, at least different enough to not be focused entirely on trying to interact with that instant gratification market. Now, if they find a way to incorporate that into the current model and make it an option or a part of the game and not the focus of the game, I think that's fine. Because I understand CSP is always going to be in a struggle of how do we make our product more appealing to a wider range of people without ruining what the product actually is. Rush, are you going to be at FanFest? Negative. I will not be at FanFest. Too many people. Only takes one person to be dumb. Hard pass for me. But it seems like it'd be an amazing time. It'd be a lot of fun. Now, I've had too many years now of being behind the microphone, and this is a big new change, John. Just saying hi this way. One moron would think that... You think people like attention-seeking from stream sniping? Imagine how much someone's attention-seeking would go crazy if they're like, I can get a picture of Rushlock. Hey, Sold Mom.
Docking permission requested. Docking.
Loops, I'm not flying anything special. I have no fit to share. If you have questions, just ask. I'm happy to talk about it. Apollo, good morning. Who are you renting from now, Apollo? Are you going to be renting from CVA once they take Pravi back? Is that your plan? You're going to betray Try? Go back to your old CVA overlords? Alright, we dumped off loots. We're going to go run the rest of the route real quick. Just wondering what your fit is? It'll be on the screen here in just a moment, Loops. Let me undock. And if there's a module you don't recognize, just ask. I'll go over the module for you.
Warp drive active.
Oh yeah, absolutely, John. There's lots of people on Twitch I would love to meet. Maybe someday we'll do like Rushlock meetups where I can meet up with people that are less of a concern than randos at conventions. Is CVA coming back? So, who knows, right? Overall. But they've been taking Sov and Pravi recently, so it's interesting to see how that will play out. Ghosty Rush going to FanFest would require he show his face, exactly, right? Like, in one way I could go, right, and just not interact with people, then no one would ever know, but then what's the point of going, right? Apollo, well, CVA is blue, and we are helping them in Red Alliance. You would be, Apollo. Disgusting. Hey, Boston Mark. Are you Alpha Skills? That's correct. We're on an Alpha, brand new character, going from Alpha to Omega. We're at 1.6 billion ISK. We have less than 900 to go. And we just dropped off over 200 million. Trying to show the wallet there. There we go. Let's go to XHQ.
Warp drive.
NRDS is not coming back to Pravi, though. Join or die. I like it. If CVA takes Pravi back and turns it NRDS again, I may move back there. But yeah, that isn't going to happen. NRDS is pretty dead. Brother Grimoire, what are you doing out of the closet? Brother Grimoire, get your ass back in there. There's a reason I don't have a light socket in there, so you can't charge your mobile device. How long have you had this account? I think since last week. Well, no, beginning of the month, Loops. Yeah, this challenge started at the beginning of the month, so 2 weeks now. Now, I haven't been playing for 2 weeks, right? Like, I play for an hour here, an hour there, 2 hours here, 2 hours there, that kind of thing. Like, once I finish this route, cancel that. Once I finish this route, I'll switch to another activity.
Active.
Grim says, today is the day. What is the day, Grim? After years of thinking about it, just because they can buy the skills doesn't mean they can fly it well. Oh, definitely not Naomi. That's, yeah. Like, no one's ever going to be happy that they were planting their flag on the whole we'll never sell SP type of thing and then walking it back. But the reality of it is, yeah, just because you have access to bigger tools or toys doesn't make them suddenly more competent, right? And then when you have people who are like, but I worked for my SP the honest way or whatever, it's like, you didn't do shit. You swiped your credit card and paid a subscription fee. That's all you did. But people don't want to admit that, so, because it devalues their perception. Yeah, James, can you start from scratch? March 1st, James. We'll do another one in March, maybe. I got hungry. Today is my birthday. Oh, Brother Grimm, happy birthday. Oh, that's right. You're talking about the heat fleets you're going to be running. I forgot about that. It's true. I'm giving away 8 billion. Now, what is the contact point, Brother Grimm? How do people find you? Are you streaming it? Are you running it from an in-game channel? Like, how do people get to it? Alright, SOE is an old SIG. Let's get into G5. Take a peek. We weren't here before downtime, so I don't know what'll be here. Delete that. I'll be streaming it here. I also have an in-game chat, which is hang out with your hangouts. So join the in-game channel or click Brother Grimm's name, hit the follow button. Do you have a time? What's the time, Brother Grimm, today for Eve time that we can reference people to? 1 new SIG, 1 nerd and local. This nerd's always here though. So kill this. Go here, probes out. The new SIG is KSI. Dunk that one. So this SIG, no, it's not too small. Could be good. Let's go there. 2100 Eve time. Gotcha, so you have time for a nap. Gotcha. So 8.5 hours, basically. 8.5 hours from now. Uh-oh, James. It might be time to PvP, James. Show them no, that's your gas. They can't have it. Let's go from 4 to 1. Now we can be a lot more aggressive in our site running for the rest of the session because we've already dropped off 200 mil. Like, even if we go here and die immediately or die 2 hours from now, we've already banked over almost a quarter bill. Like, at least a fifth of a bill. Data site is junk. We don't care about that. Let's get into 9FOB and 4B. Grim. Hellmirror. It somewhat took a bit of the magic behind the big ships. So, yes, alright, let's go ahead and agree on that point. And then immediately compare it to the Age of Oracle, which completely removed the magic of big ships, alright? Buying skill points compared to printing infinite resources by pay-to-win, you know, policies from CCP that customers were more than happy to interact with, despite any claims or denials of contrary, did far more damage to destroying the magic of big ships than SP proliferation. Resource proliferation was way more rampant. Whenever I saw a carrier or a Titan back then, I was like, holy moly, that dude waited ages for the fly of that. Yep. Today, it doesn't feel that way, and you're right. Special for me seeing you're right. All those ships don't matter anymore. But they don't matter more because of proliferation of resources nonsense than because of SP purchasing. So overall, I agree with you, like the magic part is gone. The reason why I would dispute. Or the ratio of blame on the reasons why I would dispute. I like it, James. Let us know what the reaction is. Did I'm pretty sure I scanned here. Maybe I didn't hit the button. I'll be lazy and go to 8AU. Alright, let's go check the time. Oh, there it is, guys. The hype train is back in station. We had a level 1 hype train earlier this morning. It is back in station. We have not had an unethical hype train in what feels like 2 weeks, which isn't true. We had one on Thursday of last week, but we haven't had one yet this week. We need 3 professional shills to type cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button to kick off the hype train. If you don't know about Prime, basically if you have Amazon Prime, you also have Prime Gaming, which gives you a bunch of redeemable rewards. One of them is a free sub to a channel of your choice every 30 days. And even though you've already paid for it, you have to go manually claim the reward from the links in chat. Alright, 4B goes 9UI. Let's go this way.
Warp drive.
Let's see, Mumu. The gap between rich and poor was bigger then. I don't know, Mumu. Like, I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. I just haven't put time into thinking, like, that through. See, Helmir, yeah, I can see your points. And that's just my perspective on it. Like, I can't say that I'm empirically right about that. This is how I view it. Is SP for cash an issue? To some extent. Is it the issue that it's made out to be? No. Are there bigger issues? In my opinion, yes. There are much, much larger issues. This is a combat site. Let's go to UTech. Let's go over here.
Warp drive. Active.
Let's see, Boston Mark. It's gone in most games, but we can create our own magic. I find Alpha to Omega series magical. Well, thank you, Boston Mark. That's very kind of you. I'm glad someone appreciates it. And I was gonna expand on something you'd said. Like, part of that magic being gone in a lot of games is because even when content comes out, it's cleared and parsed and min-maxed much more quickly today than it would have been decades ago, just because of the internet, right? Not like internet's evil. It's just nature of the way communication and information has changed its path of travel and speed of travel, right? Like, to get away from gaming entirely, let's say, because I was, as a teenager, into comic books. If I wanted comic books as a kid, the only comic books I had access to were the ones in my town. You know, or maybe if I was randomly traveling on a family trip and like, oh, we're in a different town, I'd like to go see the comic book store here, see what they have. That was the market. That was every comic book I was ever going to see. Now, you go to eBay, click, and you've got access to infinite more volume of issues that you never would have seen otherwise, right? Or even just going from a child to an adult, and now you're traveling more, potentially, or you certainly have more control over your travels, so that changes things as well. But the idea is, like, how much
Warp drive.
of the information in a video game that was accessible today versus accessible then. Boo, internet, boo. Or you go to Pirate Bay. Does Pirate Bay, like, what, do PDFs or comics probably, I'm guessing? Let's go here. He warped off immediately. That's right, James. That's right. They were like, oh no. They're on to me. See, Mumu Doll, what I meant is just like you could replace structures faster than they could be destroyed. Because they were funded by Rorks. Enough Rorks and you're basically invincible even if you have no army. Yeah. And that wasn't a player problem, that was a CCP problem. They were in a financial crunch at the time. And the office is telling the developers, like, hey, we need to hit this goal by this time. And you need to use the tools that you have to do it. Or you're not going to have a place to work anymore. Like, I may be, you know, I'm paraphrasing and hyperbolizing, but that was the basic idea. Players told CSM, and CSM told CCP at the time, like, this is a terrible idea. You're going to fuck the economy. And, you know, I wasn't a fly on the wall, so I can't quote anybody, but I would presume the basic concept was, like, yeah, probably. But the people who are actually in charge have told us what we need to do. We need a carrot on a stick, so here we are. And then that opens up a great conversation we've had numerous times on the stream about, think about, like, and Eve is just an example of this, all right? Eve is not the only thing, and CCP is not the only thing that's ever gone through this experience. But you got to remember, when Eve came out, it was, and remains, an incredibly ambitious idea and project. And so they were able to hire people who were passionate about the potential of what it could be. And then as time goes on and years go on, these policies and financial concerns and decisions get made, and you've got people working on something that's no longer the thing they were passionate about. And so they leave, and they go work on other projects, right? Move on with their lives. But the user base, who might still be passionate about it for the same reasons, can't understand why things have changed at all. The Nerd and Local, by the way, is an explorer. That's why we're going to skip the system. Let's get to 5i, then DP Tech. Let's go there. And then, when those people are gone, so much of the passion gets sucked out of the room, and the people coming in have worked on other projects and know all about the meat grinder of click, click, make money, click, click, make money. You know, that's what we're being told to do all the time. And so there's less pushback, less resistance, less resentment as well. Now, that doesn't mean that there's no passion in the studio anymore. It just means that there's less passion in the studio. And then people got very upset about Pearl Abyss buying CCP, but honestly, financially, that was the best thing that could have happened. Like, CCP made a lot of unfortunate decisions in terms of preserving the idea of what EVE is in terms of the sandbox for the sake of making the cash and the money. Five Eye goes and DB Tech. I want to go here. But
Warp drive active.
those decisions were made because they had to make spenders happy, right? They had to get that revenue. And now, with Pearl Abyss money from years ago, taking some of that pressure off, they're able to operate in a way of being concerned about the long-term health of the game. Now, of course, a lot of those decisions have been unpopular, but that's because so many years have gone by with people playing in a game state that became normal to them. Samo Rush, who is the best CSM till now? You mean individual because you're asking if it's Brisk? Oh, I'm not qualified to answer that. Brisk is probably the one I have the most like direct conversations with or direct access to, but I couldn't even pretend to be qualified to critique, like go through all the CSMs over the years and like do a tier list. I couldn't do that. I don't have the background in it. That'd be like, Rush, who's the best null block? Fuck if I know or care. It's never been part of my gameplay. Brother Grimm has requested a Vinny drive-by in Shillville. Alright. Is there any certain suspicious activity, Brother Grimm, that Vinny should be on the watch out for? For those who don't know, this is Shillville down in the right-hand corner. Twitch Chat has built a Lego construct of a town, or their version of it, and this is Officer Vinny Duche, Chief of the Wormhole Police, but also Chief of the Shillville PD. You can see the police department back here. There's our first patrol. Oh man, that was a perfect one. I should do all three streets though. Can you even see this one? Not really. Let's go on this street over here and see if I can not wreck it. That's a pretty decent one. Now, remember, anybody in chat has a plot in Shillville if you're a subscriber. You've got a 2x2 plot already. If you'd like to claim your 2x2 plot, Shillville in chat has all the directions. That's a visual representation of Shillville. You grab your coordinates, send me a DM on Discord with your request. I'll make sure your plot gets grabbed if you're a subscriber in Twitch chat. And then if you want a bigger plot, you can go to our Patreon page, and for every $1 of new support on Patreon, we'll do a 100 millionist giveaway, and that new supporter gets 2 more plots. 2 more squares, 2 more pips, 2 more studs worth of space. That's the first time I've taken the Vinny drive-by, Shillville, and turned it into a shill for other things. It's finally coming together on that front. Now, what is Patreon? Patreon is an alternative subscription service. Okay, why would anyone ever want to use it? That's the what, but what's the why? What a lot of people don't know, and Twitch isn't going to tell you this, but half the money, or more than half the money you throw at the screen on Twitch goes poof somewhere else. Either Twitch takes their cut, you know, they've got their own bills and their own overhead, not doing anything wrong, or there's taxes and fees. And so the channel gets less than half the money through the gifted subs and the bits being thrown. However, if you support on Patreon, we get to keep 95% of it. So if the goal this year is to become less dependent on Twitch revenue. And so even if we finish the year at the same amount of support, but we shift it from one to the other, we would effectively double our revenue and make full-time streaming far, far more viable. So that's the goal this year. We'll see how far we get. And thank you all very much for the support so far. And thanks to those in the future who decide to use those platforms. Now, some people don't like signing up for things that, you know, charge every month. And that's totally understandable. So the tip button is also for like one-time bursty things. It's like bits, but a better value or a better deal in terms of how much money makes it through the screen. James, not gonna lie, I'm thinking if I had an Astero cloaked up in an alt huffing, it'll act like a little deterrent. Oh, no, absolutely, James, it would. Especially if they start seeing the kill mails. You know, I thought Vinny was doing a drive-by on Shillville would include more gunfire. We'd have to find more sound clips for that. And then decide how racy we would make that whole interaction. Alright, we've got the Shillville request cleared. Let's complete that one. That was 5 minutes ago. I babbled for like 4 minutes about shill stuff. It blinked by. We have one more pocket and then like one pipe of systems to check, and then we're good to go. Disco, we are at 1.6 on hands, another 200 mil and change in station, so effectively 1.8 and change. So we have less than 700 mil to go before we get good. Something, dirtbag gunfire. James, here's a random question. What is your most embarrassing Eve moments? That's a good question. I think the issue there, James, is like, I don't know that I get embarrassed by Eve things. Like, do I lose ships? Sure. Do I care? Not really. The first thing that popped into mind, I think the very first time I got into a rattlesnake for ratting, I undocked an 8P9 and it died on the first sight, and not from rats. It was lurkers in Twitch chat who were like, "Oh man, I can't wait." And like, I had intel, I knew people were coming. I didn't get off grid fast enough and just got caught. That's one that comes to mind, I guess. I'll try to think of a better example, but that's the only thing that springs to mind immediately. Was it Bush Kitty? No, this was years ago. And it was a nullsec. Ooh! Ganja found it. Everybody in chat, you have an unlimited option to add ISK to our jackpot giveaway. The jackpot giveaway already has like 850 million in it. And then Ganja just added another 2 million to it. I'm writing them down right now, I'm adding it. So we've got 20 mil from that command already. And you can use that channel point redemption as many times as you like. There is no limit. Every 1,000 channel points, you can add 1 million ISK to the jackpot giveaway. Aslan, for the 15th time, is adding points to the LSI Large Scale Injector giveaway. Aslan, thank you very much. And for that jackpot giveaway to happen, we need 3 professional nerds to cheer 100. Gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button to kick off a hype train. And if that hype train completes at least level 3, any level from 3 on adds a spin to the jackpot wheel, which could land on that jackpot giveaway. How do you add English Knight? So the red button below Twitch chat. There's a red button below Twitch chat that says Get Good. Click that. That'll open up your channel point menu. And you all get channel points just by being in the channel. So we found a level 2 relic site. We've got a nerd in local. I want to punch in at range and then see if there's any probes on D-scan. That's what we want to do. I see the request rolling in. There you go. Get those points in there. Thank you, Boston Mark. More points in for the giveaway. Belkeldon adding points. Sold Mom getting points in for the giveaway. Thank you all very much. Brother Grimm, free content rush. I haven't been sniped yet, but I'll be sure to make a Reddit post when I do. Oh, God. Alright, so no probes on D-scan. We're going to slow burn in here. Kill this. We're going to keep watching D-scan. Bush Kitty? Jesus. Ganja getting points in as well. Thank you, Ganja. Grisant getting points in to add to the bonus. Apollo getting points in for the LSI giveaway. D-scan is still clear. I don't know what this nerd's doing in local, though. Let me see. Belkeldon had these two. Let's go ahead and redeem those. And then we got Ganja and Grisants. Cool. So we add 4 more to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Let's go check D-scan now. D-scan is still clear. I need to kill the prop. Get the lock on this thing. Let's keep this in range. D-scan's still clear. War Day is getting an extra million there. We'll add that as well. That makes it 25 million on the bonus for the jackpot now. Thanks to all of you in chat. Now for that jackpot giveaway wheel spin to happen, a level 3 hype train needs to be completed. The hype train is in station, but we need 3 professional shills to cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button. Man, that first can had nothing in it. Holy crap. A metal scrap. Apollo, English Knights, Axel all getting points in for the LSI giveaway. I think I saw Apollo's earlier. Thank you all again. 2-1. 2-1. We'll 6 our way up there. Come back for that tool. Clear that out. That's a terrible thing to find. But we found the core and got lucky. We can ignore that trap now. D-scan is still clear. More space junk. Let's burn to the ruin. Catch up on chat some more. Belkeldon Rush, what is the biggest loot drop you have ever had? over 100 mil easy. Because right now, with plates being at 8 million, it's 15 times 8, so that's 80 and 40. 80 and 40? So 120 from plates could be the biggest. And then logic circuits. I don't think I've ever had a perfect can of 15 and 15 logic circuits and intact armor plates. But I think I've had like 15 and 14 or 15 and 13 before. And of course it's, you know, market-based, like the value of something at a particular date and time is going to greatly influence the estimate coming out of the in-game calculator, so got to factor in for that too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, the game's coming after us here. Gonna try this can again. Can anyone explain the cloak defense thing? I don't know what it is. I don't know what you're referring to. Cloak defense thing. When someone breaks cloak, there's usually a delay before they can lock anything, but there's things they can do to reduce that time. You can't cloak when you're targeting something, so if someone decloaks on you and you want to cloak up, you can't be near anything, you can't have anything locked. To my knowledge. I don't know if you lose your lock and hit the cloak or not, I have no idea. You're usually too close to something for it to matter. This site sucks. Let's go here. No one's contesting us for the site though yet. D-scan's still clear. Oh! The deployable. Yeah. So, in nullsec, they can put a deployable out where your cloaks will be broken after a certain amount of time because, yeah, they're trying to be anti-AFK. 280 in a wormhole relic. What could have dropped, though? That seems a bit inflated. I don't know, but I don't know the all-time peak price for plates. Like, that site had to be Sancha or Guri. It couldn't have been anything else. And I don't know where it would pull an extra 100 mil from. Or it wasn't a basic site. It was non-basic. Could have been a sleeper relic. But definitely not a basic relic. Alright, kill the prop. You should run Sleeper Caches Rush. Some cans can be 200 mil. Yeah, but effort. Then I would never talk to Twitch chat. That would suck. I do things on stream so I can still pay attention to Twitch chat. Are there other things I could do in EVE that are lucrative? Absolutely. But if I can't talk to chat, like... It's like Abyssals. I would love to spend more time in Abyssals. But for me to get high enough in the tiers for Abyssals, I'd actually have to pay attention to what I'm doing in game. And I don't want to do that. Because then I'd have entire chunks of time where I don't pay any attention to chat. 3, 2, 1. There's the core. D-scan is still clear. We're gonna slow boat over here. That's what I'm thinking, Sold Mom, yeah. Hey, Archon. He only does things so he can yell at it. That's also true, yeah. Yeah, how am I gonna yell at chat? I mean, I could just yell at chat and not look at it. That's doable. Guess who? Hope you're doing well. Archon, I hope you got more sleep. Archon said they were running off 3.5 hours yesterday. That was oof. Restoration node, get out of here. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. There we go. Uh-oh. That's not helping. D-scan's still clear. There's only something over here. That was a waste of a tool. But we found the core, so it all paid off. Site is complete. More space junk. Good thing we dropped off that 200 mil. Let's go into ZR from 3KB, and we're good to go.
Warp drive active.
See, Aslan, in my relic was a Crystal Quarry 1 and had a nice bunch of T2 plus at the time, blah, 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 blah. Were you the one that said 280, though? Because, yeah, it was not a quarry. Or it wasn't a basic site. There's just no way. Unless there was a game state where prices were absolutely crazy. Like, I see you mentioning the T1 salvage value is up, but it's difficult for me to imagine that. I'll put it that way. Ganja wants a YouTube shout-out. Alright, if there's anybody in chat who has not been to our YouTube channel, stop what you're doing. Yes, you. I can see what you're doing. I'm not going to call you out and embarrass you, but instead, stop what you're doing. Click that button, hit the subscribe button,
Warp drive.
and then go back to that embarrassing thing you were doing before. It'll be fine. It'll still be there. You can't see anything. You better hope not. Alright, let's clear the request from War Days and Ganja. Let's write down the one from War Days. Even that out. We have another request from Sold Mom, who would like a high-sec buyback shout-out. If any of you want fast Liquidisc, this is great, especially for newer players or bitter old vets who are hoarders and have all this space trash in different hangars all over HiSec. Let HiSec Buyback clean it up for you. The first link, bookmark it and use it. The third link is a video on how to use it. It's like a 2-minute video at most. Turn all that space junk into Liquidisc immediately and get good. 4AU, let's go over here. Scan this side. Rush, I was picking my nose. I have no webcam. How? I just know, Samo. Years of doing this has given me insight. All you have to do is randomly say, fucking Archon, and you will be good. Exactly, Archon. Blame everything on Archon that happens in game, and I'll be fine. How do you feel about this new UI thing? It's fine. The only people who are mad about the new UI are old people. And old people are going to die soon, so who cares? That's the hot take there, I guess. Thought I was in incognito mode. Hey, Salt, you're not my mom. How does the HiSec buyback earn money? So they buy the space junk from you at roughly 90% buy price. Then they go and pick it all up and sell it for 100% buy price. And so there's a bit of a margin there. The thing is, they deal in such a volume. So like, let's say you send them like 8 million ISK worth of trash. They're not going to go pick up your actual trash. They don't care, right? But when enough trash builds up, they go send the garbage trucks out to pick up the trash and then sell it in big bulk. In fact, they've got a new feature where they're even paying more than 90% for some items. Now, if you hauled your own stuff, Samo, and listed it yourself for sell price, would you make more ISK? Possibly. But you'd have to invest your time, hauling, listing. You'd have to pay the taxes. And so if you enjoy space trucking and things like that, then it could be worth your time. But if it's just a chore, then oh well. Base takes, says Seth. Old people are going to die soon. Who cares? Now that's Rush Merch t-shirt right there. Oh, God. I was hoping Vinny would be thawed out and awake this early, but I think we're about an hour too early for him. Because, you know, he's old and tired. Fact, I was one of the garbage truck guys for them, Archon. That was fun. I enjoyed the hauling there. A new mail from a random nerd. Welcome to Eve. Greetings, I see you are new to... Oh, fuck off. Somebody's trying to spam me for some stupid... Actually, I don't know that. We'll take a look at that again in a second. Where was ZR? Let's go into here. Let's go to 1.8. Where's that mail?
Active.
I'm going to guarantee this is a referral link bullshit. No, it's a YouTube link. What is this? We have a channel called Incom Lounge. There are quite a few new players and some veterans who help out as mentors with questions. We are a Incom and Mercenary Corp. What does the Incom Corp mean? But we are particularly keen to help new players. Join the in-game channel, and here's a YouTube video. I gotta join the channel. Incom Lounge has hooked 34 nerds in there. Get in that system. Where's their YouTube link, though? I don't see it. Ah, here's the 1,000,000 skill points. You son of a bitch. I like it. Alliance trailer. That must be the link. Alright, we'll put that channel over. We'll watch their trailer later. See what happens. This is an unknown SIG. Probes out.
Warp drive.
Let's go here. Let's go there. If anybody in chat has an old account and you haven't used a referral link yet, they made it so even your old accounts can get the 1,000,000 skill points now. Click the link, punch in your information, and they'll send you 1,000,000 skill points on your old accounts. Please be a Rickroll. We can only hope, Zaf. Let me scroll back in chat. Blah, 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 blah. Wow. What is the price based on? Jita buy. Naomi. Rush, yeah, they paid me like 96% for Viridian Clouds. Yeah, there's a good example. Aslan, I just think CSP did a deal with the Optometrist, maybe, Society? I definitely think I need glasses to look at E for more than an hour at a time now. Is that from the compact versions? Disco, have you played I Was There yet? No, we're still on the alpha. But we will. I still have the request pending, 2 hours later. Only good thing about the shitty snow is no school today, Archon. One less thing to do. Now, do the kids let you sleep, or are they going to torment you for all day? I think you said the boy pretty much self-entertains, but is the girl gonna let you sleep? Zaf. Probably. James, what is your in-game name? My current character is Harry Shillsmore. Harry Shillsmore. And then in-game name is my actual character. Let's bring this over here. Nobody in local. Let's go this way. They changed the colors and stuff too. Those bastards, Grim. It's not very convenient with my brand of color blindness. Ooh, that could actually suck. Now, do they all get it, Brother Grim? Like, you've tried all the different variations and none of them work for you? There are fewer now than there used to be. Where the hell is it? General settings. Why is it broke? Color mode off. Oh, because I'm alpha. Alphas don't get color themes. Ooh, hello, Relic Site. Level 2. Let's get paid. Yeah, don't send ISK to Harry. That'll throw off all my bullshit. The compact isn't so bad, it's just how bright and bad some of the fonts and shading can be. But I've seen all the fonts. I don't know what you mean by shading, though. I can't have an opinion on that, but the fonts have been fine for me. I kind of miss back when we have more than 8 color schemes. That I agree with Aslan. And I think they'll put out more color schemes over time. I'll have my headphones on with a random anime playing, so I can't hear anything she does. That's right, Naomi. That's exactly it, Naomi. I love the book series. The show was okay. Season 1 was a bit rough, like, because for a TV show they have to pretty boy it up, and then he's like so whiny all the time. I'm like, this isn't what I read at all. Great show, but yeah, season 2. Once him and what was his friend? I can't remember his friend's name now. Once they go off on that slaver ship, and you know, Uther gets some crap beaten out of him, he comes back way less whiny. Market colors and such. Okay, I haven't spent enough time looking at the market screen then to notice it. I totally didn't just donate ISK to your account, even though you just said not to. My wallet isn't flashing. I don't think I've even finished the show, Naomi. I need to catch up on it sometime. Not from, like, avoidance, just, like, whatever platform it's on, I don't think I had access to. I have no idea where it is now. I was surprised, I don't know if you've ever read the books, but the book series even got a book about a year or so ago. I thought it was long done. I thought we weren't going to see any more books from that series. But this most recent one was definitely, well, I shouldn't say definitely, but certainly seemed like it was going to be the last one. You think it's still on Netflix? Okay. Maybe I'll get to catch up on it someday. Books? Is that like the analog iPads? Oh my god, Disco. Someone get this child out of our channel. This is an adult daycare disco, alright? We're all here to get away from you people, alright? Let's grab the tool. We snuck down here just fine. Grab that tool. Take the wrench. That was not what I thought was going to be there. Okay, get the core. Get the core, get the core, get out of here. Stupid can. Alright. No loot there. Burn to the ruin. Alright, CSP, it's time to show us 15 plates. Snakes in Space was really good. Man, I can't get over Archon. Reading that and being like, wait, did it say Slither? Think they made a movie after the 6th season. Really? I haven't heard that at all, Naomi. Was it like a mini series, like a 4-episode, like a season truncated down, or an actual? I haven't heard anything about a movie. James, shill request for a Depends commercial. Uh-oh, suppression node. Those are particularly annoying. Ah, another one. Okay, that's enough of this. Wrench. Find me the core, and then find me some tools to get to the core. 2-1. Oh my god. We're doomed. This can is completely foobarred. Get me out of here. Try it again. It's a very good example of why you don't want to leave restoration and suppression nodes up, but the can was being brutal, so I didn't want to burn coherence. What? This can's gonna auto blow up. There's nothing we could have done about it. That sucks. But, and this is a good example too, you can't let things like that get to you. You have to just move on to the next can, move on to the next site. If you sit there lamenting, oh my god, I blew up a ruin, or I blew up any can, boo-hoo, woe is me, like, you're just wasting time. And this activity is all about speed. Fucking Archon. Oh my god. Ruiner of everything. Maybe today, Archon, I can put that character into a venture and try to, like, slide up against, not against, next to nerds who are mining out there. Try to convo them. Hello, fellow rock huffer. What brings you to Eve? Sorry, 5 seasons, and the movie is called Seven Kings Must Die. I haven't, yeah, I know it even existed. Oh, because the movie isn't out yet. It comes out April 14th. Okay. Do they age him in later seasons? I don't know how many seasons you've seen, Naomi, but do they age him at all? Because, like, the whole point of the books was, like, him going through all these different points in his life. You're going to scare them away, Archon. We've had some of those already. Some block us immediately. They don't even read the message. They're like, what's this? It's 2023. Why is some nerd talking to me in my video game? Let's go here. 2-1. Use that there. Found the core. 1 can left. More space junk. Let's go here. I swear his kids grow up, but he looks exactly the same, even though it's been like 15 years. That's disappointing. Yeah, because in the later books, he's like 40 and then 50. Like, I get there's only so much they can do. Like, do they even at least give him like silver in the temples or something? I don't know. I always liked the book character because he was such more gruff. Like, but to be fair, I only made it like 2 seasons into the show, so. Finnan! I just remember his name. His friend's name is Finnan. Grab the tool. Use that there. So there's something over here we should probably go check. Found the core, easy. Site is complete. More space junk. Okay. 18 goes into iTech. Let's go this way.
Warp drive active.
No gray, nothing. Yet he has 15-year-old children. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. What season have you made it to, Naomi? Have you seen all 5 seasons, or? Rush like Gruff Strongman in his novels. I think my mom reads the same one as Brother Grimm. Well, they should be in the closet. You should see them all. Some Series 1 can rewatch all the time. You're saying, The Last Kingdom is Maka, or what? Plus one nerd just jumped into local. 2 new SIGs, though. Let's get the probes out and see what this nerd's doing.
Warp drive active.
Get the scan started. You finished it. Okay, good. So I don't have any spoilers for you then. I guess I don't know where the show left off, though. You could tell me, though, where's the show leave off? The 5 seasons. And that'll give me perspective. So I don't run the risk of screwing up. Oh, series in general. Are you looking for one, or... let's go here. Tim with the raid. Tim, good morning. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing well. We're on the Alpha to Omega character at the moment. We've already dropped off over 200 million. We did our double dip this morning before and after downtime. Uh-oh. Let's go to AU. Double dot result, go to the one further away. That's the true SIG, the other one's just a decoy. Nerd still in local and a Reaper, perfect. Tim, thank you again very much, Tim. Hope you enjoyed your morning. I don't think I have anything prepped and ready to go to the show Tim this morning. I usually have like a whole... X-Men product ready to go to show off.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
But I've been coming to work and going live so quick the last couple of days that I have less prep time for it. Quits321, hello and welcome, and thank you for the follow. Not seen Seven Kings, is it good? What's it about? Well, it comes out in April. That's the movie that's like a cap to the show, The Last Kingdom. Which is based off of book series called The Saxon Tales by Bernard Cornwell. Really, Naomi? Damn. Then you need to watch The Expanse. I would agree on The Expanse. I just finished the 6th book, and I would like to rewatch the show now. I've rewatched like seasons 1, 2, and 3, I think, twice, and I've seen 4, 5, and 6 once. I don't know if I need to rewatch season 1, but... Vinny, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're thawed out. I don't know if it's cold up there for you or not. Grim. Waldor, morning. Glad you could join us today. We're on the Alpha character going Alpha to Omega. We dropped off 200 mil earlier. We're out our second time. We were very close to the entrance of Pravi, so I dipped out and dropped off loot so we can come back out here and run the rest of the route. Double combat. This is gross. Put that over there. Pull these in. Let's get into iTech M into 0B. Hey, you know what I should do? Is Zaf here? Zaf, I should go into this in-game channel that was mailed to me, and I should post a stream link. It's a bad sign that 5 out of 7 pilots in my system are suspects, right? Not if you're in faction warfare. See, Bush Kitty, Vinny, Rush said, you don't matter because you're old. Somebody asked what my thoughts were on the new UI changes. And of course, the first thing that came into mind was Vinny's rage. So I let chat know
Warp drive active.
that the UI changes are not a big deal, and that the only people who are mad are old people. Alright? And that old people are going to die soon anyway, so what does it even matter? Like, Photon UI will outlive Vinny. Alright? Vinny knows it, I know it. No one's upset about it except Bush Kitty. But Bush Kitty's a high-sec ganker, so who cares what they think? Balrogs, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Archon, I showed my daughter the pics and she said she wants one. I told her no. Oh, for the goats, I presume? Bivrak getting points in for the large skill injector giveaway. Thank you very much, Bivrak. So the last kingdom ends with him taking back his homeland castle, but he kind of, like, betrays Edward. So I'm assuming 7 kings must die, picks up after that. Okay, gotcha. That kind of ends with the books then, at least on the pacing. Because the second to last book that I remember reading, he ends up back in Bebenberg, and yeah, he has to basically avoid another oath to Edward. Then he says that's because Rush is expressing his self-loathing for being way past his prime. He's lashing out at his superiors. Oh, man. And for those who don't know, and Vinny's been upfront about this, everybody. Vinny's been very forward-facing with this information. Those goats that you're enjoying seeing pictures of and naming and cooing over, do you guys know what Vinny's going to do with those goats? He's going to sell them. That doesn't sound too bad, right? Sell them, make some easy money, you know. I'm sure they'll go off and have a better life. No. He's selling them to be slaughtered. He's not even going to eat them himself, Archon. He's selling them so someone else can eat them. Little baby goats. Let's go over this way.
Warp drive
Pull the probes in. Let's see, Dak. Oh boy. Sigsy. I'm gonna go with Sigsy. Nope. Sizgy. I'm not gonna die soon. Well, then you're not old. Good job. And hello and welcome. I know a guy in Eve. He is mad about the new UI. He is younger than me. Now I feel really old. Thank you, says Jer. You're welcome, Jer. Grim says goats are delicious. I've personally butchered a few. Grim, you live in a closet, all right? You're not going to shock us anymore. Copium, Vinny. Let's go over this way. They're going to live on a nice farm somewhere. Exactly. Grim, I have to survive somehow. You get a Lunchable every day, Brother Grim, in that closet. Quit being so greedy and selfish. I raised goats when I was a child, and that's when I learned goat meat is pretty good until they get too big. Yeah, I would imagine younger the better for the meat quality. What is this notification? Blah, blah, blah. Uh-oh. My gifted sub in Tim's channel has expired. I need to go dodge Kappa in Tim chat as soon as possible. Let's use the wrench. 2-1. Right to the core. It's so much easier being lucky than good. Unfortunately, I can't have trash in it. Thankfully, we don't have to waste much time. We've got 2 level 1 relic sites in local. But you always take the piece of candy. There's no candy in Lunchables. It's like a brownie or an Oreo. Hey, fellow you. For those who don't know, the reason I said I needed to put Dodged Kappa in Twitch chat is, if you're not subscribed to a channel, putting Dodged Kappa in chat will dramatically increase your chances of being gifted a sub. Don't overthink the science behind it. We've done that for you. There you go, the ads command, Disco. Very well done. Has all the information. Dodged Kappa. There you go, Aslan, with a legitimate Dodged Kappa. Will Aslan's legit Dodged Kappa be strong enough to catch the Dodged Kappa meta? Moodall. Hey, Rakanos. Vinny, what would happen if you went to the gym with me one day to do these workouts? Or, you know, like a modified version. One that wouldn't, you know, kill you. Like, would you be in bed for a week afterward, or... So, Vinny, since I've turned 40, I also don't heal anymore. Like, cuts and scrapes are now permanent. And this is very concerning. Now, you know, you're used to it, so you've gotten over it, but... They would kick me out for grunting and oogling. I didn't think about that. That's probably... you know what? At least Vinny's upfront about it. And grunting and oogling. Weefrel, getting points in for the giveaway. Thank you, Weefrel. Dodge the adverts so far, it seems, too. So, Aslan, I have the ads turned down to 30 seconds per hour. As long as Twitch is not paying us to run ads, we're not running ads. 30 seconds per hour. Now, unfortunately, it means pre-rolls exist, but what are you going to do? If there was anybody here from the raids, from Chaos and Ghosty earlier, can you tell me if, did you get a pre-roll ad on the raid? The fellow you. Go some goat yoga. Let's go and get the wrench out that way. 2-1. Wrench. Core. There we go. We've got 1 can left. We have another level 1 site to check too. Hey, Shad. I can't believe it's been 3 hours this morning already. Like, these early hours fly by so quick. As thanks to you guys in Twitch chat for all the activity. 2-1. Nothing over there. Clear this out. There's the core. Easy. Site done. 3 more plates. 24 million. Now we're cooking. This one site has turned things around. After several sites of all trash. 5 plates. That new Hogwarts game. Keep hearing space magic sound effects. Eve has sound? Uh-oh. Nerds are gonna riot. Let's go to the ruin here. Prop mod on. I've seen some of the gameplay for the Hogwarts game, and like the gameplay seems solid. I'm just not enough a Harry Potter fan to care, I guess. Kill the prop. Did I bounce that far? No. You're a wizard, Rush. You're a nuisance, Harry. It's funny because IRL, you can't hear anything in space. Well, in Eve, you're inside your ship. You're not outside the ship. So you're hearing all the beeps, beeps, beeps from inside your own cockpit. Grab wrench. There's no fire in space either, and yet we have fireworks, so I don't know how that works. I'm sure there's some lore reason, like it's made of special tech, like that can burn in space. Good news, we found the core. Bad news, oh, never mind. Just good news. Easy game, easy life. Junk though, that sucked. Slow boat over here. Damn, Naomi. Already 100%ed it. 51 hours and 5 days. Montgomery says, unfortunately the characters look ugly and frightening. Why are you ever looking at the characters, though? Why do you have to look at their faces? I'm not saying that you don't. I'm curious, like, what about the game makes you? It wasn't so damn expensive? How much is it? I thought it'd be like a 60 regular priced game. And if it is, you just wishlist it, wait 6 months to a year. It'll be half off later. It's a single player game as far as I know, so there's no urgency. There's no like, oh man, I gotta play it now or I'm missing out. Let's go this way. Seemed like it'd be perfect for multiplayer. You're surprised it was single player. So going multiplayer incurs a whole nother bracket of like cost and developments. That's one of the reasons. Like you're right, there would be value in it. But they have to factor in that potential value versus the known cost. This site, oh my god, this thing is just trying to wreck us. Grab the tool. Go through here. 2. Screw this game. Hey, we got a tool. Still don't have any coherence, though. I need 1 click of tool or coherence or anything. Hey, easy game, easy life, never doubted it. All that for a million ISK. Okay. Let's go here. That's right, Sold Mom showing a legitimate dodged Kappa. If anybody in chat doesn't have a subscription to the channel already, make sure you put dodged Kappa in chat the way Sold Mom did. Your chances of being gifted a sub will go up dramatically. And if we have 3 professional shills, we can have a hype train. It has been a very ethical 2 weeks now. We have not had an unethical hype train even once this week. We'll see if we can change that today. But we need 3 professional shills to get it rolling. Let's go here. Type cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button. It's 75 on PS5? Wow. Rush, I'm not sure how to answer that. What did I ask? Oh, why you have to look at the character. The PS5 gets an exclusive side quest where you open your own shop. Huh. The Sanctum has been conquered. Thanks, Rush. Took forever with newts and local every 2 minutes, Moomudal. Congrats on the Sanctum clear. I don't know, Disco. I like my Switch. It is super convenient. But before the Switch, I hadn't had a console since, like, PS2. I just played too much on my PC. Let's go here. 1 can left. Only 3 million on the site so far. Hey, Tetro. Any Wreckfest these days, Rush? I play every single day, Tetro, Monday through Friday. And I want to do some streams of it. It's just time. There are not enough hours in the day. But I've been having the itch to do a Wreckfest stream lately. If I set aside 1 day of the week, Tetro, I could probably do that. Maybe 2 days a week, at most. But then I have to decide what those days are going to be. And figuring that part out has been the barrier recently. Because I've definitely had the itch. Wrench goes there. Let's try that one again. Yep, Dan's doing Wreckfest today. In approximately 4 hours. Just under 4 hours, I'd imagine. So if you're not already following Dan, click that link, hit the follow button. A lot of our crew should be there for multiplayer Wreckfest action. 4. Nope, no core there. There we go. 20 million, finally, a decent can. Alright, where are we at? 0B goes into 3D, then FY.
Warp drive active.
Naomi, I picked up the Steam Deck. It's pretty sick if you're actually traveling and stuff. So I imagine it's great for a lot of RPGs, but I question things like Civilization. Like, I play a lot of strategy games, and so I wonder, you know, if that's viable. I'm not saying that it isn't, I just don't have any experience with it to know. And that much of an investment, you know, I'd want to be pretty damn sure. But it would absolutely be worth for having access to your Steam library on the go.
Warp drive active.
Your buddy got it for Civ 5, and they're happy with the controls for Civ 5? Rimworld was good on it? You should stream some Civ one day? Dan streams Civ more often than I do. I wouldn't be opposed to a Civ stream. It's a very chill game to point and click and things like that. And people can make requests like that, Miso. On the choice sheet. I'm pretty sure Civilization's already on it. People just have to put points into it for it to be requested. And Astero hanging out. Let's get an AP9. I want to see what this Astero's going to do first, though. Oh, they jumped. Okay.
Warp drive active.
Put this in Tripwire. But yeah, that choice sheet in chat, anybody in chat can put points into requesting a title, if they so desire. Naomi, but it has to be a game optimized, yeah, for the Steam Deck, exactly. I'd love to have time to play games like Heroes of Might and Magic. That's one I'll enjoy a lot. Dak, thank you for the follow. Appreciated.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
The Astero came from this direction, so I don't have a lot of potential for or hope for the SIG, but we'll find out what it is at least, I guess. UTA is an old SIG. NRT is here. Scan this one. Yep. There's the ad, Aslan. I see it. It says 40 seconds since the last ad. And pre-rolls are off for 10 whole minutes. That's awesome, Faulu. I had a friend where we would try to do Heroes of Might and Magic 3 every couple of years, but that's been years and years ago. Oh, damn, James. A wormhole? No, thank you. Let's put that over there. Alright, we've got 3G in the 4.9. Let's go that way. Put this on ignore. Yep, exactly, James. You know what? I am dumb. This whole time I've meant to add our nerds of the day, and it took me this long to remember to do it. Jesus. Alright. So, Bit's nerd of the day right now is Sawdeath. And then our gifted sub nerd of the day is Disco. That's back from your... That's almost as far back as your... I was there request. Nerd and Local, let's go to 4.9. Put this in tripwire.
Drive active.
This is an old combat site, so we can ignore it. Very easy. I think I've seen Lords of the Realm. I'm not sure. Svilko, what is the difference between combat sites and combat anomalies? So a combat SIG is one you scan down. An anomaly is one you just warp to. Let's go here. One new SIG, 4.9, is PX. Disco with more jealousy. It's sad to see, Disco. It's sad to see that Vinny's toxic jealousy has seeped into you as well. Let's bring this one up here. Hey, Tim got a new Timmy on Discord. Make sure I add that for them. Let's go here. Let's go to 2AU. Vinny is a saint, you're all mad. Have you heard the one Mumu doll about Vinny getting beaten by a lady with an umbrella? Apparently there was a video of it, but he claims he lost it. Like, how convenient Vinny lost the video of him being... I believe he got beat by a lady with an umbrella. There was something to do with a shark. I'm not entirely convinced that he lost the video. It was uploaded on YouTube, so it's on the internet. It's out there somewhere. We haven't just sat down to go searching for it. Hey, Delv. Dodged Kappa in case I missed a hype train. We've had a level 1 happen earlier, Delv. But the hype train is back in station. It has been a very ethical week. Every day last week except Thursday was ethical. But we'll see if we can find enough unethical professional shills to kick off a hype train. We need 3 people to type cheer 100. Gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button to kick it off. Ooh. A level 4 relic site. I almost skipped the SIG. Now, it could very well be cherry-picked by the Astero we saw earlier, but like, we can't not check. Moved all. Alright, so we need to control... We're going to zoom in first and recenter. So you want to zoom all the way in. Then you want to collapse probes manually. Get that last couple of percentages in. Junk, 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 go. Blah, blah, blah. Junk, junk, junk. Okay. Still being difficult. Probably just zoom in. Oh, we got +1 in local. That's terrible. Especially if we find a level 4 site. Hopefully we can get there first. Hopefully it isn't picked. D-scan shows just my probes so far. No! Those are somebody else's probes. Those can't be mine. Mine are too far away. And I can't scan the site down. We know what we can, though. I think I'm inverting my probes too aggressively. It's screwing up the scan. But I'm racing somebody else with sister probes to the site. That is not good. 98.5%. We know we can scan it down, but now we're racing a nerd. Everything going wrong. I'm hoping I can pick a 4, or pick a ruin before they can show up. Oh my god, we lost the SIG! Why am I at 4AU? We're screwed. I don't know how that happened. Oh, I know, because I reset it to 4AU and hit the pinpoint formation. Put it back at 4. Now we'll never beat them. Killed Trade Picker this week. It felt good. Left me 3 picked relic sites to camp delve. Now, if they're a pick, though, don't people, like... Are they less interested in the site? Or am I overestimating what people's capacities are? Ugh. Now the only reason I'm scanning the site down is to see if it was fresh or picked. I don't even want to be on the site anymore. Ragnarok. I needed to reset the collapse. And I needed to also bring it back down to 0.25, and I didn't. And that screwed everything up. Poindexter with the 39-month button and a 37-month streak. Poindexter, thank you very, very much for the support. I appreciate it. I'm glad you could join us today. I hope you're doing well. You have opened up a very precious and rare hype train window for 5 minutes. We need 2 more professional shills to type cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button while Poindexter is holding open the hype train window. Low disk space. I meant to say hello earlier when I saw you in chat. And then got distracted. I hope you're doing well. Ragnarok getting points in for the LSI giveaway. Now, if anybody is in chat right now and you don't have a subscription, there you go, Ragnarok. Now is the time to put Dodged Kappa in chat. Don't miss out on it. Putting Dodged Kappa in chat will dramatically increase your chances of being gifted a sub.
We're not just doing this for money.
Tim has the 76-month button ready.
We're doing it for a shitload of money.
Crap, Tim. Over 6 years. Tim, thank you very much. You've put the clock on top of chat. The FOMO and the urgency have set in. We need 1 more professional shill to kick off what could be the first unethical hype train of the day. Thank you both very much again. Foul U has posted their PC setup. I've always wondered about the vertical screen. And having that set up for, you know, going through feeds. And wondered, you know, if I would enjoy that more. I'm sure someday I'll get to try it. Disco. Dax says, hey, let's talk about something funny like ganking or marauders. Well, Bushkuddy's in chat. He's all about the ganking. I would like to get this character into a marauder one day, just because it's like my Minmatar main. But I haven't had like a pressing like, oh, I need to get the marauder trained up so I can go do this particular activity type of thing. Yeah, exactly, James. And so I've always wondered like if I would appreciate it for like putting my stream dashboard on for like a taller or vertical screen for the chat. Oh my god, I finally get it locked in. That took forever. We're gonna punch in at range just to see how far this nerd is into the site. I just wanted to see if it was fresh or not. Two minutes remain. A malediction's out here. Oh, this is disgusting. It's a malediction. We have 2 minutes left on the hype train window being held open by Tim. Oh my god, they haven't hacked a can yet. Tim and Poindexter holding open the hype train window. But we need 1 more professional shill in the next 2 minutes to type cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button before that hype train window closes. Why would he come off one can to go to another can? He's going for the... Oh, he's cargo scanning them. That's why. That makes more sense now. Heslin. Less than 90 seconds left. Could it be more ethical time for us? Again, we have not had an unethical hype train yet this week. The hype train timer is ticking down with only a minute to go, but we need 1 more professional shill to type cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button to kick off that hype train that Poindexter and Tim are trying to get out the door. Show pilot info? Oh, I'm too far away now. Alleged Ragnarok. Alleged cherry picker. I can't confirm. But the behavior that I saw very much indicates what was happening. What happened The hype train timer says now like almost 4 minutes. There's no way. I'm going to F5 my dashboard and see if it breaks something. Okay, there we go. Now it says like 20 seconds. Hype train window is closing, and we need one more professional shill. To cheer 100, gift a sub, drop a prime, or hit the resub button. If you're already subscribed, you can refresh the stream. You shouldn't get any ads. See if your resub button is available and join Poindexter and Tim before time runs out. Soul Mom, we need someone shilling like to be shilling like a villain, right? Isn't that a job for wormhole peoples? What's the job, James? Poindexter and Tim, thank you again for the attempt. Very much appreciated. Hype train remains in station, unless we can find 3 professional shills. Nobody's in local, and this PKU is a new SIG. So let's delete this one. Go to our spot. Probes out. Probes out. WR go away. PKU, let's see what this is. Correct size, it's near a celestial. Bring that up and scan. People cherry picking and wormhole police. Oh, identifying the cherry pickers? Dax says wormhole people have enough to do finding renters for all their holes. Ooh, here we go. Another relic site. This one's only level 1 though. Let's get the probes on it. Delve, it's everyone's duty to prevent cherry pickers. Delve, spoken like a true lapdog for the Wormhole PD. And their disgusting, oppressive narrative of trying to keep space people poor. It's everyone's duty to kill cherry pickers. You are also allowed to put stickers on their windshields. Oh, God. Let's go to level 1. Pull the probes in. There we go. So if I get caught by the Wormhole PD and I'm not cherry picking, I get a reduced sentence. Well, they only have 1 sentence, low disk space, and that's to shoot you. They figure out the crimes later. We landed on what looks like a fresh site, but with that potential cherry picker floating around. Who knows what we'll find. Better grab a snack. We're going to keep going. Wait. It's time for some Ritz peanut butter crackers. Quiet the stomach down while we try to get good. Darkside, besides that, cherry picking is even worse. You choose to kill specific local defenders, quote unquote. Local defenders. Let's get that bad boy out of there. Alright, junk in the first can. I muted Mike for a moment so I could chew and not subject the chat to hearing me chew a Ritz peanut butter cracker. Zvilko, what does Wormhole Police do? They murder anyone they find in a wormhole, and then later invent crimes that they've committed to justify their bloodthirsty ways. They murder innocents, that's right, Rakanos. They look for the most unaware, least experienced pilots possible. The lowest common denominator. You know, simple folk. And then butcher them like they're baby goats who have done nothing but exist. Let's go over here. Just to do this 15th Alta count. That is very harsh, Darkside. They club seals. I hear they eat babies. That's been confirmed on Vinny's stream. Well, no, Vinny sells babies so they can be eaten. We haven't actually heard about Vinny eating the babies that he sells. Let's go through here. Two. What the hell's over here? Oh, that explains it. The core has to be over here. There we go. More junk. Let's go this way. They should be renamed Monsters Inc. Delve, 99% of Eve is baby seal clubbing. The famous punching up is just a myth. I agree. Yeah, it's mostly PK, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with PK. It's when nerds start pretending that they're doing something else. They try to rebrand it and puff it up as them being an elite PvPer. Right, space junk there. +1 nerd and local. Let's go over this way. D-scan is clear for the moment. Naomi. The other 1% is faction warfare. See, Darkside, right now I'm kind of proud to have joined the meme fleet often enough. I am Monster. Hey, meme fleet is good stuff. If any of you have the option of playing Eve on Sundays at 1800 UTC, Eve time, 1800 on Sunday, make sure you join the meme fleet. They provide ships, they provide skins, they provide content, and most importantly, they provide a good time to nerds going to hang out. Ooh, the Astero is camping us. Ooh, boy, we got away. I used all my fast reaction time for the year on that one. They decloaked right on top of us. There was a delay before they could lock us. Hey there, Acid. I had to mute Mike again for this peanut butter cracker. Thank you for getting points in for the 8th time for the large scale injector giveaway. XHQ is my actual outbound.
Warp drive active.
We've got Daddy Chaos with the follow. Hello and welcome. And thank you. That's right, Rock. Everyone come out and club some baby seals with Vinny. It's a good time. Can't agree. Absolutely. For anyone just joining us, we are on our Alpha accounts, going from Alpha to Omega. No funding, just the character itself and what it can do. We're doing it through Exploration and Nullsec. Let's see, these things are both old. Let's go into KB7. And if we have anybody in chat who's either new to Eve or coming back to it after a long break, or even just changing from one activity to another, and you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. That's the whole reason why we're here. Did you, Darkside? And totally unprovoked. We're going to go dump off this another 100 mil we got. So we've pulled in about a third of the bill today. We'll see more than 275 million from it, I'm sure. Once we get our contract up. More SIGs in local, huh? Tripwire says 2 of the SIGs are new. Let's go into Diddle first. We have 2 unknown nerds in local. One of the nerds mostly AFK. So check that real quick. Seen that. Oh crap, there's something I was going to look at, but I can't remember what it was. Oh. We are contract made. So when you finish a run, you want to get all your loot sold. And you can haul it back to a station, a trade hub, list it, wait for it to sell, relist the things that don't sell or update your prices and so on and so forth. And if you enjoy doing all that, definitely do it. But if you don't enjoy it and it's just a chore, you can put that work on someone else's desk through HiSec Buyback. Bookmark the first link. The third link will show you how to use it, but I'm going to do a demonstration here in just a moment. But we're going to take all these all these goods obtained through honest hard work and turn them into Liquidisk very quickly. It gets us closer to our 2.5 bill goal. Let's go over this way.
Warp drive active.
Today's session's been a little over 3 hours, but it had downtime inside of it. We waited a few minutes for the server to reset, and of course, you know, we talked to a lot of active Twitch chat today. Very much appreciate all your contributions over there, having the day fly by. And we're not done yet. We've still got a lot more to do. But we're going to make this contract and move on to the next task. Man, right, Sold Mom? And, like, it's just plexing. Like, I guess, yes, the non-basic plexes do pay out more nicely. And if you control the 5, that's even better for you, but, man. When it comes to plexes, there's just no fun per hour. For me. Let's stack these up. Third of a bill. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to select all. Control-C to copy the loot. I'll bring on the stream the website for HiSec Buyback. You paste it here. And then copy the price. We're going to get 292 million. We're done with the website. Then we right-click the loot, hit Create Contract. Type in HiSec Buyback here. Hit Next, and a window will pop up. Take the first option for HiSec Buyback. Hit Next, and paste in the number for the loot you're sending off from the website. And much like that, we'll get nearly 300 million. We'll be at 1.9 billion next time we pick up. Less than 600 million away. 2 solid sessions, 3 casual ones, and we'll have the Alpha to Omega completed. Let's take a look at this. 216